Oh my goodness, I feel like it's so close to my face. I feel like I could kiss you guys. Hi. Hello. We're on the ball. We're literally on the ball today. That's gay. Well, you would like that, wouldn't you? I'm just kidding, Mercy. Hi. Hi, everybody. Let me scroll up and say hi to everyone who's here. Hi, Jeff. Hi, X-Man. Hi, PK. Hi, Trev. Hi, YR. Hi, Mercy. Did I say Vex? Hi, Vex. Hi, Gamerly. Hi, Sid. Hi, Sid. Hello. It's been a minute. Hi. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Sorry I was not here yesterday. Okay, also sorry if you can hear the dogs barking like crazy. I don't even know why they're barking like crazy, but they're barking at something. All trying to kiss me? Wait, all trying to kiss me. I don't do that gay shit, Patricia. You're right. Everybody in the chat is currently trying to kiss you, Mercy. Right now, as we speak. Ruined my whole day. I'm sorry. Yesterday was really frustrating. I had a very frustrating day, and like I knew that I would end up taking it out on you guys, and I didn't want to do that. So instead I just took the day, and it was beautiful. And it actually worked out really nicely because Royce got to get off early, so he came home early, and we took a drive. We went and walked the path by the lake, and then we got some ice cream, and so we enjoyed the nice weather together. But yeah, I had a very exhausting, frustrating day yesterday, and I was like, I really don't want to take that out on you guys. So she said she's all up in the camera, she could kiss us, and not into that homo stuff. I do feel like I'm really close to the camera. Like I feel like my face is like right here. Like you can see every little blemish on my face with how close I am. But with I'm probably going to be on the ball every single day now because it's just way too uncomfortable. I feel like I really popped. I feel gigantic. I'm where I'm supposed to be, but I feel really large. So the chair is just so uncomfortable. I cannot last in that chair for more than like 20 minutes. It's so uncomfy. And I mean, like, it wasn't the most comfortable chair in the world prior to pregnancy, but now it's like just awful, unbearable. I can't do it. So, speaking of, let's change our preg command. Let's change this. Where is it? Preg. Patty is 32 weeks pregnant. There we go. This is my last week of month 7. Next week I will be in my 8th month of pregnancy. I got some things. If you look above my little forehead right here, you will see I got the changing pad. I got this little wipe warmer. These are things that have been coming for, like since I've had my registry up, I've had, things getting delivered every once in a while. So those are some things that actually came today. And I'm washing some other stuff. I'm washing like the cover for it and some little baby onesies and stuff. So wipe warmer. Yeah. So a lot of people don't use them, but what I've experienced is when I watch the kids that I babysit, the baby screams, cries his eyes out, screams when you touch him with a cold wipe. And I was like, I am gonna preemptively avoid that by getting a wipe warmer. And I asked my sister-in-law's opinion, and she was like, I love it. I use one, big fan of it. So we're gonna utilize the wipe warmer. My wife and I are going to our first new parents class this evening, 2.5 hours of learning. Oh man, how exciting. Yeah, Royce and I are not doing any of those. I have an appointment with the lactation consultant at the Women's Health Center next week to talk about breastfeeding and breast pumps and things like that. So I do have that, but we haven't taken any like parenting classes or anything like that. We're just gonna wing it and hope that it works. But it's okay. We enjoy you bouncing up and down the whole stream. Whee! Oh, I'm also not wearing a top today. I'm only wearing a bra because I'm like at this, like I'm so close to the camera, like you can't even tell that I'm not wearing a shirt, so it's like fine. And when I'm on the ball, I try not to get up. If I can avoid getting up, I will. And since Royce is home, I don't have to take care of the dogs. I'm just wearing like a, it's actually a nursing bra. Funny enough. I have a nursing bra, but like the rest is full belly out here. I got my whole belly out today. I think we'll already know some of this info, but hoping to learn the stuff I didn't know we needed to know. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty that I could learn. I'm not saying I couldn't use those classes. I certainly could, but I just don't. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's fine. You know, we're gonna figure it out together. When baby cries, give it weed. Nope, that's not it, Mike. That's not a lesson that we should learn or teach anybody else. Nope. Although back in the day, my grandmother told me that way back in the day, they used to take alcohol. Yeah, they used to take alcohol and rub it on the baby's gums when the baby was teething. A little bit of whiskey. Yeah, yep. People used to use whiskey with babies. Yep. Which is a wild thing, but you know, I guess it worked. So whatever. That's, you know, that's their cup of tea. But let's see, what other things? Oh, let me put this up. I rearranged my registry and stuff, and there is still a lot on that registry, and since my shower is not until the 6th, I don't want to move everything over to the throne wish list just yet. I probably will do that the day of the shower, because at that point no one is going to be looking for my registry. But I'm gonna keep that stuff there. However, I did put some things on my throne, and one person purchased me something. Shout out to Ironhead. Ironhead is probably not here right now, but he sent us some baby sheets, which we needed for the bassinet. So thank you very much, Ironhead. Appreciate you a ton. Thank you. So yeah, if anyone wants to check out what is on there, there's the throne. That's that. I'll update that as we get closer to the shower. My sub count, as you can see, this is the lowest it's been since like the first year of streaming. So any tier 1s, primes, gifteds are so unbelievably appreciated. I will probably cry at the slightest amount. Yeah, no, this is literally the lowest it's ever been. This is like this is like my first year of streaming sub count. So now, granted, obviously, you know, it is what it is, and I understand that a lot of people's lives have changed. My life has certainly changed. My stream has certainly changed, so I understand not supporting or feeling any desire to support or whatever. But if you are interested in supporting, it is very, 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 very deeply appreciated. Now cry for me. Max, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Appreciate you. Thank you. How have you been? I'm doing well. I am doing well. I feel very, very large. I feel very large these days. But everything is good. She's good. She is a bouncing baby girl. She is constantly moving, constantly like picking at my insides. Literally it feels like she's like poking and pulling my insides. But you know, it's a good thing. It's comforting to know that she's in there living her best little baby life. We had some car trouble today. We had some car trouble yesterday. Royce's truck was like making a really weird, I don't know, it was like smelling really weird. It smelled like burnt rubber or something. So we brought it to a garage today, and they said they couldn't find anything wrong with it. So I don't know. If you saw my Instagram story, you will see that I did tell you guys on Tuesday that when it was really nice out, I was going to spend the day like vacuuming my car and putting the car seat in and putting the camera in and stuff. And I did, if you saw on my Instagram story, you will have seen that I did put the car seat in there, and I put the, it's this really cool camera, rather than using a mirror where you gotta like angle it properly and all these things. I just have like a constant camera on her, which is really cool. So I got that set up, which is really cute and surreal, and everything just feels like we're really, really close. We're getting very, very, very close. And it's exciting. It's exciting. It's so different than, you know, the past 5 years of streaming. Like I'm in such a different place, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. She called the last one the first annual Pregathon, so I feel like that implies a second one. I definitely did not call it the first annual Pregathon. I definitely called it, I mean, like, no, there's no way I called it the first annual Pregathon. Although I was thinking about doing like a friggin' 24-hour stream to raise my sub count before I, you know, have a baby, but I'm like, I guess that would be silly to do a subathon where all those subs are gonna drop off and then I won't be back to like stream to replace them, you know what I mean? So I was like, we'll just, you know, we're just gonna go with the flow, and if anyone decides to drop subs to bring that sub count up, then great, and if not, then GG's. This stream is over. It's been a good run. We'll play the it's been a long day without you, my friend, and we'll say GG's. Stream the birth. I can't. That's against the rules. Well, I mean, like, it's not, but you know, in case you weren't aware, she has to come out of my vagina. So, and I can't just like full frontal, you know, stream that on Twitch. So, not really something I can stream. You do not want to see the birth. I'm sure it's going to be disgusting and brutal and lots of blood and bodily fluids and poop and all these good fun things. So, no, I don't think you guys want to see that. She would have to look for new mods for a stream like that. You wouldn't mod my live birthing stream, Mike? Really? You're not? I thought we were like homies. I thought we were like the best of homies. You wouldn't stream that? Or like you wouldn't mod that? That's kind of upsetting. Hurts my feelings a little bit. Look, I'm very happy for you and Royce. However, I have to paint a deck that day. You better not be painting a deck that day. I mean, who knows what day it'll be, but I'm gonna actually, the first people to know that she is born will be my tier 3 subs. The very first people to find out that she is born will be my tier 3 Discord channel. That'll be the very first place where I post something. So if you want to be in the loop, if you want to be in the know, you gotta be a tier 3 subscriber, and then you will find out. Some BS? Thomas, just make a Discord. Just make a Discord. You don't have to have any other social media, Thomas. Just make one freaking thing, Discord. How else? I can't tell you any other way, Thomas. I don't even think you can send pictures on Twitch chat. This is what happens when you have no social media. You're not in the loop. You're not in the loop. You won't find out. The stork brings it. The stork definitely does not bring it. No, my body brings it. My body will be delivering it. It being a child. A small human. A little baby. Very exciting stuff. Oh, speaking of, she is currently poking me. Dude, this kid, the past couple of days, has been just nonstop picking at my insides. She wants out. I think she wants out. I really do. I think she's over it. Which is not a good sign, considering we have 2 more months left. But I think that she's going to come early. As long as she doesn't come in April. I really don't want her to come in April. I really don't. May is good. I like May. It's not May 4th. Any day but May 4th at this point. I think it would be more painful at the back end. Whoa. What are you talking about? What about the back end? Huh? Who? Nothing's coming out the back end. She's tired of your ass. She's definitely tired of being inside. She wants to see what's out here. What's wrong with May 4th? That's my grandpa's birthday. May 4th is Star Wars Day, and then for the rest of her life, people will be like, oh my gosh, may the 4th be with you on her birthday, and I don't wish that for her. I really don't. I don't wish that for her. I don't wish that for me. We'll constantly get asked forever, like, are you Star Wars fans? Isn't it so cool that her birthday is the Star Wars Day? And I'm going to say, no, it's not. She's going to be born May 3rd. We're going to be birthday buddies. May 3rd's a good day. May 3rd. I like May 3rd. May 3rd's nice, just not May 4th. That baby needs to touch grass and is actively trying to do so. How's your baby PK? Is he just poking the shit out of your wife at this point? Because it's really nice because now it's at the point where, like, for a long time during, for the pregnancy, you really can only kind of feel them if you're laying down, and you got your hand on your belly, but now it's like, no matter what I'm doing, I'm taking a walk, I'm in the shower, I'm eating, whatever it is, like, I feel her doing all types of things. All kinds of things. Her feet are up here, her head's down here. She's always doing something. Are you naming her Krabby? I'm not. Her name has been picked since we found out it was a girl, and you will find out at the birth. Unless we get back up to 1,000 subs. If we can get back up to 1,000 subs before her birthday, I will tell you her name. That's how desperate I am. Hey, Royce, way to start it. Way to kick it off. What happens if we hit 2,000 subs? If we hit 2,000 subs, I live stream the birth on Kick. How many subs do we need for you to name her Sharkeisha? 3,000. 3,000 subs, and you guys can just forget what we had picked. You got it. I'm at the same amount of movement as last month, but I brought my wife home a donut yesterday, and he immediately started dancing around. Oh, yeah. Babies give you the worst sweet tooth. I have never had a sweet tooth like this in my entire life. Ever. Like, Royce has always had a sweet tooth, but me, no. And I constantly want chocolate. I'm not even a chocolate person, you guys. I like vanilla icing out of a tub. And I'm like, I want chocolate chips. I want chocolate cookies. I want chocolate ice cream. Well, actually, the ice cream, I didn't get chocolate. But, like, I just want chocolate all the time. This baby just has a terrible sweet tooth. How much for me to name her? $5,000, no chargeback. $5,000 and you get to name her, but no chargeback. So, 6 months from now. I already picked a name for my future boy too, and there will be no discussion. It's actually 3 names. I may or may not have sold them. Sold them? What? What? Huh? Yeah, I mean, we had our boy name picked way beforehand, but because we thought it was going to be a boy, but it was not. So then we had to discuss our girl name, but we came up with it really quickly. So it wasn't a whole thing. We got it figured out. Let's see. Any other like updates do I have to share? Oh, I have 1 day left with my kiddos. This past Wednesday, or what was that? Yesterday. I worked yesterday, which was part of why my day was so frustrating. But I worked yesterday, and my last day with them is Monday, which is really sad because I've been with them for years. I've been with them since their 5-year-old was still potty training and taking naps and like, I've been with them for a long time. So I'm really sad about it, and I'm probably going to sob a little bit leaving these kids because I like this job. But unfortunately for them, it doesn't make sense for me to leave my baby at home to be watched by somebody else for me to go watch their kids. The logic there doesn't really make any sense. So I will be done on Monday. It's my last day with the kiddos. And then it's just you guys. It's just me and you guys, which I have been thinking, actually, quite a bit about that. I've been thinking about like if I really truly am going to stream all the way until May 14th, and I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about it. Why can't you bring your baby when you watch their kids and watch all the kids? Just because like so the reason they got a babysitter in the first place or a different babysitter was because their babysitter was opening a daycare and they did not want to put their kids in daycare. They wanted to have a one-on-one babysitter. So for me to like bring my baby and be watching my baby, like I can understand them being like, no, we just want a babysitter whose focus is all on our kids. Because they didn't want to do daycare, and that's kind of like bordering a little bit daycare. Like, I have my own baby to take care of, and I'm gonna try to somehow take care of your babies as well. So, it's just maybe in the future when she's bigger and I'm not, I'm not breastfeeding her or anything, but also I don't know what the future holds that far away. By the time I'm done breastfeeding her, I could be pregnant again. So, like, who knows? Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? So, unfortunately, I am done with them on Monday, but that is also really weird because we picked this date a couple months ago, and it's like, it's already here! It's already here, which means baby girl's almost here, which is crazy. So, yeah, just getting very excited. How's it going, Patty? It's going well. How are you, Red Velvet? It's going well for me. My corned beef and cabbage, if you were here on Monday, you were here for my corned beef and cabbage stream. It was fantastic, by the way. It was delicious. It was not done until 11:30 at night. And then it was too hot to take out of the crock pot, so I woke up at like 1 a.m. to put it away. But it was fantastic, and we still have it, and we've been eating it for every meal because it's so yummy. And I froze some of it because I made a lot, but yeah, it was really good. So if you're a big corned beef and cabbage fan, I can share the recipe with you. Pretty well. Are you going to play more Red Dead today? Probably, yes. I probably will. I just wanted to start by chatting it up with you guys and seeing how everybody's doing. Make lots of babies, Patty? Well, I mean, I do want lots of babies, but like the whole pregnancy part of making the baby is really not fun, I gotta say. Well, oh, not well. I got ghosted by a new person? Not ghosted, but something close to it? By a new person or by your ex? Nah, same one? Oh. Okay, but I thought we were done with her. Like, I thought we were done. Like, I thought it was done. Dunzo. Just wait for the financial part. I mean, kids really don't cost that much more than, like, what you're already paying for yourself. Like, in terms of food, I actually think it'll make my life a lot easier because with just two of us, we waste so much food. I do plan on homeschooling, so there's that. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, the biggest thing, honestly, is insurance for the kids. But hopefully, once Royce gets like an official job, a career, that's something that we'll get through his job, and not something that I will have to pay out of pocket for. Mercy gonna get so sick and tired of the games you girls play. She's gonna switch teams. Dude, see, this is what bothers me. It's not like a collective girl thing. I really don't think it is. I was never someone who like played games. I was always upfront and said how I felt. So like, I don't think this is like an all girl thing. I really don't. Thank God homeschool them, keep them away from the blue-haired people. Yeah. Yeah. And Vex, I know that's you on Twitter because you responded way back to a different tweet saying it was Vex, and I was like, okay, so now I know that's Vex. I agree, it's not an all girl thing. See, good. I'm glad that I'm glad because I don't think it is. Like there are crazy girls, but there are also very very upfront, don't want to play any games, not here for bullshit. Like again, and I feel like I use this as an example all the time, but maybe hopefully Royce remembers this. There was a night where we sat in Discord and I said the following things. I was like, don't waste your time if you're not going to become Catholic. Don't waste your time if you're not moving to Pennsylvania. Don't waste your time if you're not. What were the other ones? I feel like that was it. Well, I mean, this is kind of involved in Catholic, but Catholic broke down into all other things. I was like, if you're not dating me to marry me, don't waste my time. If you're not dating me to move here, don't waste my time. Like, I like you like me, but I'm not here for wasting time. So, like, if we are not on the same page here, let's not bother. Which you can certainly find girls like that, but not where most of you guys are looking. That's the problem. Don't waste your time. No, actually, if I could go back in time, I'd say, don't waste my time if you have a dog. Don't waste your time if you have a sub 1 KD. No, that was not part of the conversation, but I would say, do you have a dog? Do you plan on bringing a dog into my life? Let's not waste my time then. 10k points till I can redeem Danger Noodle. My little sneaky girl. Hi, Patty. Just hopping in to say hi. Hi, Ghost Wolf. How are you? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. My nose is really congested today. Anyone dealing with allergies yet? You know those pesky allergens that pop up in the springtime? Oh, spring starts tomorrow. Spring is officially tomorrow. Did you mute yourself? No. Royce had to move to you. Yes. Royce had to move to me because his siblings are at like much different points in their lives. And because I knew I wanted to have babies, and I'm like, I want my babies to have cousins around them that are their age. And like in his family, he has 2 older sisters, and both of their kids are like teenagers. And then his twin is nowhere near a point in his life where he is ready to be married and settled down. And then he has younger siblings who are too young to be thinking about that. So and all of my brothers are currently in the era of their lives where they're getting married and having children. And so I knew that I wanted my kid to, have cousins to grow up with. So that was a big part of it. And also I am my parents' only girl, which my mom maybe doesn't care as much. But I know that my dad cares a lot about having me close, and I'm his princess, just like she'll be Royce's princess. So, that was another reason. So, and I just wanted him to come here, and so I gave him that ultimatum. I was like, don't waste my time if you're not willing to move to Pennsylvania and you're not willing to, do these things. And you can find women who are very strong in their convictions and they know what they want and what they expect, and it's reasonable. You could also find women who are like that, who are like, you need to be making $200,000 a year. You need to be 6'5". You need to have, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can find women like that too, and those women suck. Those women are probably not what I would suggest. I'm moving to the US soon as well, peace. Mike, it's kind of sickening to me that this girl that you like is enough to make you want to come back here, but living in the same country as your best friends, not enough. Kind of sickening, Mike. Bothers me a little bit. I want a lady that makes 7 figures and willing to not sign a prenup. Okay, you're not gonna find her. You're not gonna find her. Kev, hi. How are you? Do 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 do. Wrong first day of spring is today. Are you sure? Isn't it March 21st? Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure the first day of spring is March 21st. Oh, it is today. Spring is deemed to start at the I mean, I know it's the vernal equinox, near 20th of March. The Northern Hemisphere spring or vernal equinox can land between March 19th and 21st, depending on the year. Got it. So this year happens to be the 20th. So, yay! Happy first day of spring! Woohoo! It was really, really nice yesterday. It was really nice. I think it was really nice on Tuesday too. And then it was okay today. It wasn't as nice as the last 2 days, but I know where my American experience went wrong. I was around snides all the time. I mean, yeah, Mike, if you go to a new country and all you do is like sit inside, you're not gonna have like the most amazing, cool, great experience and experience all of the things that country has to offer. So that's like me going to, the Netherlands and just staying in one building in Amsterdam. I'd be like, oh, well, this is lame. I just want someone who will have grace for me, who will get mad at me for screwing up but still love me and will work through with me. I know I'm flawed, I have my issues, but I'm not a cheater. I'm a one-person person. I love fully and wholly, and I'm willing to work through things when there are disagreements or fights. Yeah, that's all perfectly reasonable. That's what you should expect from any partner. That's what it's about. Finding someone who loves you despite your flaws and sticking it out with each other despite all the ups and downs. It sucks that people want to call it quits when shit gets uncomfortable. Yeah, I think, I actually saw a statistic the other day that was like 48% of men between 18 and 25 have never approached a woman to like date. And it's because they think that it comes with too much trouble. Like it's not worth the trouble. Hi, Bolo. How are you, Bolo? What if you don't find any flaws? Hard to find someone as perfect as me. That right there is a flaw. I think that's called narcissism, and people don't really like narcissism all that much. Why date when you have AI? I mean, I guess so. I guess that's where people are at now. Why bother dating when I'm going to make this the title and see if anybody comes in and gives me any good answers to this, or if it's all stupid answers. It makes me sad. It makes me sad that men are having such a hard time and are just basically writing it off as something that they're never going to do, or they don't want to do, or they don't want to deal with, because it's a really wonderful thing to find, a life partner and do things with them. What would the world look like if more were dating? What would the world look like? I don't know. It would look like more people going to the movies, more people going to get ice cream, more people going to dinner dates. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that question. I'll just pay the OF girl to be my girlfriend. That's a real relationship. I think that that's a big part of the problem, low key, is pornography. I think that porn is a really key factor in this. I do. It's impossible to find a good woman these days. I will say that I I actually, another statistic I saw is that a lot of young women, as the young men go like this for conservative values, the young women are going like this for liberal values. And as you know, one could imagine those two things going opposite directions doesn't leave a lot of space for compatibility. I mean, yeah, W young men, for sure. But we need to get more of the young women going that way, you know? But it doesn't leave a lot of space for good compatibility there. At least your daughter, yeah, you know what? I am bringing one little girl into the world who will be going this way. Poggers. Honestly, sometimes I think about that and I'm like, you know what? Let these people go on their like anti-sex strikes and you know, let them all sterilize themselves, whatever, because that means that the conservatives are having babies and that's a good thing. Don't blame the men, blame the women. Well, I mean, the men are also to blame. The men are also to blame because you're writing off all women, despite the fact that knowing there are women that exist who are not like the other ones. My wife and I want to have kids, but shit's expensive. I think that you should have kids. I think that you should have kids. Kids are expensive. Like, yes, you know, all of the baby stuff that we have had to get, you know, the registry, everything that's on there has been expensive. But like, then I get a lifetime of this little joy, you know, and that's so much more rewarding than, you know, climbing the corporate ladder and slaving away for a company from, you know, 9 to 5 every single day. Like, I can't wait to see her giggle and her learn to walk and talk and play with her cousins and go outside and find, you know, pick flowers for daddy when he gets home from work. And I just like, I can't wait. There are so many things that I'm just so excited for. And it's just do it. Just do it. And there's always going to be like, okay, we'll wait until we get this promotion, or we'll wait until we move to a better place, or we'll wait until whatever. But it's currently not feasible for us to go live on a single income, and I don't want to pick up a second job and then never be around. You wouldn't be able to survive on a single income? Are you sure? Because statistically, actually, this is a fun fact. Most stay-at-home moms, the families make it work on $50K a year. Less than $50K a year. Now, obviously, that's not going to work if you're living somewhere like Manhattan. But most stay-at-home moms do so under $50,000 a year. So you can make it work, but what it requires is sacrifice. You're not going to be taking the Disney vacation every single year. You're going to be taking them to do free things, like go to the library, go to the park. They're not going to be enrolled in all the after-school, you know, extra activities. They're going to be in hand-me-downs. They're going to, you know, like, there are sacrifices to make it work, but it does happen. Hideous inside-out women who think they are somehow punishing faithful married conservative men by no longer being 304s is hilarious to me. Right? Like, I love when I see some of those videos and they're like saying, you know, gonna seduce your husband, and it's like, honey, you could try your hardest to seduce my husband and he would go nowhere fucking near you. Like, that's funny. I heard the average cost to raise a kid is around $200K, but I think that includes schooling too. Yeah, I mean, you're not paying $200K out of pocket the second the child is born. This is, you know, years and years and years, including schooling and all of these things. Like, Children are a blessing, and you should do it. You, Ace and your Ace Cow, you and your wife should do it. Have a little baby. Have a little peanut. Could you afford to have a kid without outside help, as in no help from parents, including living with them? You're in the most unique position compared to most. Yeah. Yeah, we could. We could make it work. Like I said, with sacrifices. I wouldn't be taking my kids to go. And I've already started making those sacrifices. You know, obviously my sub count is fucking in the dumpster. So I stopped getting my nails done. I stopped going out and getting myself the sushi every week. Like, now, granted, I can't eat the raw stuff anymore, but I would still go get like a California roll, and I stopped doing that once I realized that my income was going down. I had to make sacrifices, and that's what you have to do. Like, I think that the problem is a lot of people don't want to make those sacrifices. They're happy with the way their lives are, and I mean, that's fair. They don't want to change what they're doing because they're content that way, right? They're like, I like my normal. I want to live this way. I don't want to have responsibilities. I don't want to do the sacrifices. I'm happy with the way my life is. So, hello there. Hi, Darksword. Long lot of reading to do for work. That's tough. Same with other things in life too. Yeah. But yeah, if we could certainly live off of what Royce is making. I'm having a very difficult time adjusting to that because I have been independently, you know, I've been doing this now for a long time. And so I've gotten very used to being able to pay for everything on my own. So, and like, I'm not quite ready to be like, all right, I'm done. I'm retired. Stream is over. I'm no longer getting viewers. I'm no longer making money. This is it. GG's. Like, I am not quite there yet. Maybe at some point I'll be there, but I'm not quite there. I still want to see that 1,000 sub count. I've looked into how much we could cut or what we can do for single income. It's feasible. Then it gets to the point of what kind of safety net can I reasonably keep? All I'm gonna say is if you continue to delay having children because of financial reasons, you may run into hardships down the road unrelated to financial things. You know, it's certainly harder to conceive as the woman gets older. And as we know now, many couples are facing infertility these days. And it's really, really sad and heartbreaking. And I hate that. And it stresses me out so much because I know how much I want a child. And I think of being in their shoes and like wanting a baby so badly and not being able to physically conceive one. I was very fearful after my miscarriage that I was like, okay, this is just what's written, and you know, this is what God has in my plan, is I'm not going to be a mom, and I have to adjust my plan here. And that's really scary. There's a couple that I know, they got married, you know, about a year before us, and I kept thinking, like, on Facebook I'd see a baby announcement at some point, like, and because I you know, this was my friend in high school, and he comes from a very, very Catholic family. All of his siblings are married or getting married, having babies, and I've just been like waiting and waiting and waiting for, I'm like, surely there's going to be a baby announcement soon. And then I talked to him recently, and I found out that they're struggling with infertility, and it's just so shitty. I know we're already early 30s too. It's something that weighs on me a lot. Yeah. I mean, I was really afraid of it, and I'm 27. So you just gotta make the sacrifice, figure out some type of sacrifice to make and do it, because you're gonna regret waiting and waiting and waiting, and yeah, just, I don't know. It sucks because obviously I don't want to be like, bring a baby into the world and then, you can't take care of it. But if you realistically, if you know that you can and you're just going to have to make sacrifices, I would say don't wait, don't keep putting it off. Don't be like, okay, we'll wait until I get this promotion or this or that. I would say you should do it. Happy Thursday. Thanks, Boogie. Happy Thursday to you too. Change can be hard, just depends. Yeah, and I know that some people are like really, really content, with their child-free, responsibility-free lives. I actually had a conversation with another streamer recently about this, and they were just like, yeah, that's just not something that like I want to live my life without responsibility, basically. And I'm like, I just wonder if when you get to the end of the road and you realize that all you have is like your money, and like no lineage, like no family really, are you gonna regret that? And I know some people don't. They make it all the way to the end and they say, yeah, no, I lived the best life and I am very happy. But that's why I give my money back. Thomas, I'm very grateful to receive your money, by the way. Your money will help take care of my baby. It depends. My brother has kids, he kept the lineage going. But do you still have that desire to settle down and find your person and find your happy little life? Mm-hmm. Thomas, I thought you were. I mean, you always make comments about where you can, find a woman, but are you not interested? Are you not interested in finding a woman and settling down, making a little family? I just want to adopt a little LeBron to help me get rich. Okay, I can see staying in Colorado has made you a little jaded. You should have left. You should have left when you had that desire to leave, and now it's even worse. I want kids, but to find a sane woman that also wants kids is tough. Yeah, I mean, when I think about it, where can you find, like, where is like a normal place to find a normal woman? Oh, I am. There are not good ones left. I feel like this is the general consensus, is like you just can't find a good one. I told my father at an early age that I hope I never have kids. Well, I mean, you can directly control that. I hope I never have kids. It's not like they just, spontaneously pop out of the ground and say, "Hi, Dad." Like, all you have to do is just not get a woman pregnant. I'm trying to think. So, I mean, like, my go-to suggestion is always going to be like a church association. It's always going to be, find like a young adult Catholic group and you will find some very available good women there. But if you don't have something like that in your area, that's tough, maybe. I don't want kids, not because I don't like them. My heart couldn't take it if anything happened to them. I don't think I could have little pieces of my heart running around out there unprotected. His parents aren't 24/7 to protect them. They go to school, they get older, they go out. Yeah, but that's part of life. I mean, do you think, like, if you asked your parents, do you regret having me because of the troubles that I face and the heartbreak that I've had? I don't think they would say that. I don't think they would say no. I think they'd be like, you know, I'm so glad that I have you, and I don't think they would say they regret having you or anything. Here, most of my friends in vet school are women, and most say they want no kids at all. You know, that's like really sad, and I think that women are really going to regret this. And you know what? It's why we see that the least happy demographic of women, unmarried, childless women, they are the most unhappy demographic. And I just think that, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point in any of it if you're not going to share it with, you know, people that you love? I don't know. Like, what's the point? When something good happens in your life, don't you want to share it with your loved ones? Like, isn't that the number one desire that you have? But if you don't have any, like, what's the point? Not true, Patty. A woman can steal your sperm and use them to get pregnant. Okay, how is a woman stealing your sperm? How is a woman stealing your sperm? Please. Is she coming into your room, jacking you off in the middle of the night, putting it in a vial and, like, running out the door? How is she stealing your sperm? TK. What? That is not a situation, TK, that I think you will ever face in your entire life. And, like, that's just funny. That's just wild. My dad calls me and is like, am I getting grandkids? I'm like, keep dreaming, bud. Oh, Thomas! Listen, all right, listen. I'm going to help you. We're going to think about it right now. Where would be a good place to find a good woman who wants to have babies, wholesome? Where would be a good place? I mean, Royce is just so lucky. Royce is just so lucky he happened to find me at the bottom of the just chatting category. So, you know, we're like a 1 in a million scenario here. He just got lucky. My dad can't regret anything anymore. Okay, I hate dead parent jokes. I hate you so much for that. I don't want a girl. I definitely end up in jail then. I only want boys. I can't wait for her. I'm so excited for my little girl. Do I chime in here? Kit, I would... Go ahead, chime in. I would love to hear... Because I know Kit is on the opposite end of the spectrum. Kit does not want kids. She does not want any of the desires, the maternal desires that I feel she's not interested in. Go ahead. No, I mean, you're not the minority. You're just different than me because these are all guys and they're like, women suck. And so they're also like, no, kids not an option because I can't find a woman that wants to have kids. So really, you're probably in the majority here. Bitches these days mugging men of all their sperm. Shit's dangerous out there for the bros. Like, what? What? They're just, what are they doing? Like, getting you drunk and then just jerking you off into a bottle? Like, what? That's why I always put hot sauce in it before I throw it away. Talking about a condom? Okay, but TK, do you know what you don't... Okay, ready? Listen. And this is one of those arguments that goes back to, like, this is low-key an abortion argument. But, like, do you know what's required to get pregnant? Sex. Do you know what you don't have to do? Have sex. You don't. Like, I know it's really hard for people to wrap their brains around that concept, but you do not actually have to have sex. You can go your whole life without having sex, and nothing will happen to you. Like, it's a mind-blowing concept. It's a mind-blowing concept, but you don't have to make that decision. Nuts, right? Nuts. But if I don't, Mikey will keep calling me a nerd. We'll get married, Snides. Get married, and then you can do it. So roam just chatting? No, I would not suggest roaming just chatting. Because realistically, again, I think Royce... Not to, like, toot my own horn, but, like, I think Royce got really lucky. I think the majority of women that you find in Just Chatting will not be what you're looking for. Considering that the majority of the platform is like, yay, sex work, yay, OnlyFans, yay, pornography, yay, women empowerment. Like, I would not say that you're going to find what you're looking for in the Just Chatting category. Royce just got really lucky. I think it's fair to say that you got very lucky too. Royce is a catch. Oh, I mean, like, yeah, he's great. I'm not saying that, oh, you know, I'm just saying I would not suggest taking Royce's strategy because I don't think it will work out for you the way it worked out for him. I've found one other girl who was even slightly like me in any type of moral, political space, interested in becoming a wife and a mother out of all of the other, like, Just Chatting people. You can also go your whole life without breathing. It'll just be a short life, but I'm damn sure not dying a virgin. No, but you can't. You can't go your whole life without breathing because you die. You can go your whole life without having sex. You don't die. That's my point. And this is what's so wild to me is when people are like, okay, so the argument, this girl was arguing, and she's like, are you telling me I should drop out of college if I get pregnant? And the argument is like, don't get pregnant. Just, like, don't have sex. No one's holding a gun to your head making you have sex. And she's going to be like, but every college girl has sex. And I'm going to be like, no, I didn't actually. Not me. And I can tell you a lot of other people who didn't. So, like, sorry, not true. I don't think it's a matter of there aren't good ones out there for you. I think it's just that the majority of women have come to crave a more independent lifestyle, but the majority of men still crave a traditional relationship. I mean, we are seeing that. We're seeing that in simply political trends. We can see that young men are moving conservatively and young women are moving liberally. But there definitely is overlap. Like, there are definitely still young women out there who are looking for a partner who will match this energy. And again, I think that the best place to find said women is some type of church association because that's where those morals are going to be ingrained, is through faith. So if you want a woman who wants to be the wife, the mother, church. I mean, I know a lot of beautiful single women in New Jersey who are in the young adult Catholic group. If anyone's looking for me to, you know, hand them your number. If you want. Hi, better. There's this person, I didn't make a move because I was hopeful for the person who has my heart, but that person don't want it, so I think I just need to move forward. I shall pursue a friendship and see where it goes from there. You know, when is, like, the point where you know it's time to move on? When is the point where you're like, okay, I'm giving up on this person? Hey there, first time popping in, hot topic to discuss. Question, what is Royce working with? A bit ago you talked about stay-at-home moms. What do you mean, what is Royce working with? How large is his penis? Large. Could you be more specific? I'm sorry. What do you mean, what is he working with? Do you mean, like, what's his job currently? What type of job industry? So right now he was in the Coast Guard. So he is getting his degree currently and working at a local business as a water management supervisor, which worked out because he was in the Coast Guard. So that was, like, a good fit for him. And he's doing full-time school and full-time work. So as of right now, he's got 2 semesters left. He'll be done in July. And then we'll be applying for IT positions. He's going to school for information technology. Hope it works out. Oh, it definitely will. I think it will. I have faith. I have faith in God. I have faith in God that it's going to work out. See, but that's so hard. I'm not associated with religion, but I still want kids and a family. Are you like completely opposed to religion? Are you like atheist, no chance, no, nothing, there's like no opening in your heart for that? Or is that something that you would be like willing to learn about? Ace, thank you so much for the tier 1! Thank you, Ace. Appreciate it. Poggers, now we're only 10 subbies away from 700. Any 10? Any 10 gifters? I think because of that trend you talked about, we're experiencing a misalignment in the dating world right now. The supply demand of what men or women don't want doesn't match one another most of the time. Yeah, I mean, we are seeing that. And like I said, I think that there are few places where you're going to find a woman if you're looking for someone to be that, you know, wife, mother, wants to rely on you and has those traditional core values. The places you're going to find that, they're going to be very limited, and I think that they're going to be limited to religious places. Is it so wrong? I'm just wanting to have fun with single mothers. Yes. What? Yeah. Yeah. That's a crazy thing to say. That is a crazy, absolutely insane thing to say. The only difference between a single mother and a single woman is the fact that one has a child, and so for some reason, why does the child have anything to do with your dating? I don't even know how to respond to that. Yeah, it is wrong. Yeah. Opposed, no, was baptized Catholic when I was born, but that was the extent of it. Well, big fan of Roman Catholicism over here. Big fan, as you may or may not know. So I would highly recommend finding yourself a nice Catholic girl and giving that a shot. I've seen some theories on Twitter that's because people are not dating, men are drifting right, women left. Well, if they were together, they would pull each other towards the middle. See, this is interesting. I don't know if that's true. Do you think that they would pull each other towards the middle, or do you think that they would find out, like, for example, let's say, hypothetical situation, you're on a date, right? You're a more liberal-leaning woman, he's a more conservative-leaning guy, you're on a date, and the topic of who you voted for in 2024 comes up, and he says, I voted for Trump. Do you think she's going to say, okay, give me your reasons why, let's find some common ground? Or do you think she's going to say, oh my gosh, you're a fascist, sexist pig, fuck you, I'm gonna go kill your fucking car, you Nazi? Because chances are, it's gonna be that one. As a single guy, I think I can answer. There's a whole lot of reasons why we aren't dating, but a big one that no one is talking about is Me Too. What? The Me Too movement? That was like 15 years ago. The Me Too movement? You think that that's a big reason why men are not interested in dating? I figured that would be like in the past and people have moved past that. I personally cannot be with someone who had traditionalist values. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that there would be like common ground found. I think you would be the opposite. I think you'd be like, okay, you want me to be a stay-at-home wife and have your kids? Not interested, bye. And he'd be like, okay, you voted for Kamala and Biden? Okay, bye. Like, I think that there would be no finding common ground. I think it would just be, we're going separate ways. They wouldn't studies show that opposites don't really attract. Well, opposites attract, they do not stick with each other. That's what they find. Opposites have like really fiery, one night, passionate, whatever, and then they fizzle out because there's no There's no glue that keeps them bonded. I mean, if they're respectful, it would be the first. But, like, it's still a problem that women can just say that it was not consensual and ruin a man's life, even if found innocent. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I just figured that wasn't something that people, like, were as concerned about now, because I think that I don't know, maybe this is all in my mind, but I think that times have, like, shifted a little bit and people are more skeptical. People are more like, you know what? Maybe we should hear what he has to say and not just be like, you know, believe all women. Like, I think that, and maybe this is just in my own echo chamber. People are like this. But I think, I felt like that was something that was a little less prevalent. I think you might be projecting a little there, fam. No, I don't think so. Considering we see, like, these types of things on Twitter and on TikTok and on Instagram where, like, a girl finds out that the guy she's on a date with has any type of, or, like, talking to on Tinder or anything, finds out that they have any type of conservative value, and then she, like, blasts them on the internet. I don't think I'm projecting at all. I think that I see that a lot, actually. Hearing all of you talk about the current dating pool makes me that much happier to never have to wade back into that pool again, right? I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's great. My opinion is cost of living and interest in not having kids, paying more attention on hobbies. Do you think that okay, well, I mean, that's a good point. Okay, this could lead to a whole different type. Okay, hobbies. Hobbies is a big one. And I keep seeing more and more posts about women not wanting to date men who have, like, childish hobbies. And a big one in that childish hobby category is gaming and, like, interest in nerdy things like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, like nerd culture, gaming, things like that. It seems like women are more and more against that, which is bizarre to me because of all of the hobbies someone could engage in. I would much rather have Royce in the other room playing Call of Duty than out, like, drinking or fucking golfing an entire afternoon or gambling or, like, I'm like, of all the hobbies, I don't know why that seems to be one that's, like, a very hot topic right now. Hi, Patty. Hi, Panda. To TK's point, an allegation alone, even if later found to be unfounded, can destroy a reputation or career. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that that's absurd and I hate it. But, like, I didn't know if that was still something that women are, or men are, like, constantly thinking about. Like, oh, I got to be careful about this because, you know, they could accuse me of something. Like, is that genuinely something, for all of you single guys, is that something that you think about? Like, before you talk to a woman or before you go on a date with a woman, are you genuinely like, I have to be careful about what I say or do or whatever because they could ruin my life? I know I see that kind of stuff people post for clicks and for views and for likes, but I also know people have just said, meh, this ain't it, and move on. I think it just perpetuates a fear. I mean, yeah, of course, there are people who just say meh and move on. You're right, that exists. But also the fact that the people who go out of their way to, like, ruin someone else's life, that also exists. So you can't dismiss that either. I never understood that hate either, right? I'm like, of all of the hobbies that somebody could have, I would much rather have the hobbies be video games. Because at least that doesn't cost a shit ton of money. He could be out running amok in the streets, but he's just chilling playing COD. What's so wrong with that? Women can't stand it. Is it because he's enjoying himself without her involvement at all? I don't know because I'm not one of those women that's, like, turned off by someone having an interest in gaming. Like, I'm pretty sure I started having, like, a crush on Royce when I saw how good he was at Call of Duty. I was like, oh my gosh, wow, look at this guy. I was like, wow, look at him carrying me through Warzone. Woo! Like, I don't know why I don't know why women are so opposed to that. 100% agree, though, that any gaming, TV, movie, hobby interest is so much better in a partner than clubbing bars where cheating culture exists. Yeah, what kind of hobbies do they want them to have? Now, I will say, I wish Royce was like a gym bro. I wish Royce had a hobby of like pump and iron, but you know, we're still trying to get him to adopt that hobby. We're in the process. Do you think 90% of women want normal men, or do they choose who makes nervous and anger? I think most women want a normal man, yes. Do I think that there are women who are attracted to men who beat them, abuse them, all of these things? Yes, because they grew up with shitty fathers. And unfortunately, the trauma that you get from your parents lasts a lifetime and influences every single aspect of your life. Yeah, so yes, I think there are women who do specifically like seek out men who are not good for them. But I think the majority are like, they want good men. Is it normal to be afraid to approach girls in the gym? I think, you know what? I think yeah. So this is one of those places where I think that women make it really hard for men, because they'll post videos like of them working out in like a bra and like the tiniest short shorts you could ever possibly find. And they're like, oh my gosh, did you see him staring at me? I can't go to a gym without getting stared at. And I'm like, honey. I'm like, I can't go out in public without getting stared at now. Like, you want to know? Because I have a big belly. Because I've got a large belly. And people, like, it catches your eye. If you're going to have your boobs and your butt cheeks out, what do you expect is going to happen, sweetheart? Like, that's a you problem. That's honestly your fault. It's hard these days for men to just go up to a woman, even in a nice way. You get the creep label so quickly. I think that is true. I think that women are very quick to dismiss men and label them as creeps and whatever. However, that's also because we deal with a lot of creeps. I mean, look at what happened with Valkyrie and Cinna and whatever. Like, she said no to a guy and he threatened to kill her. And like, so to be fair, we do deal with a lot of creeps. I mean, I've shown you guys on Instagram the types of messages that I've received, and you've been in my chat and you've seen the types of things. Like, I'm sitting here, 32 weeks pregnant, and like, I'll still have people come. Like the other day, someone said, "Is it pink?" And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with you? So I think it's hard. It's a little bit difficult to know who's a creep and who's not a creep. No, yeah, it does, but that's because of other men. Tell your guy friends to stop being creeps. A theory is that women that stay in those relationships need the drama and abuse, like they crave for it. Not my theory, but that's what they said. I think I do think it comes down to their childhood and the relationship they have with their dad, honestly. And whether they had a dad and how their dad treated them, how their dad treated their mom. It's time and place and how you approach the woman. It's not creepy. Time and place is very important. I agree. But Royce, I also think that it does depend on what you look like. And this is true this goes both ways for men and women. And this is a fact. This is a fact The very first thing that we notice about someone is their physical appearance. And you can decide just based off of that if you're interested in talking to this person or if you're not. And that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Everyone has their own taste. And this is what I can't stand about like the fucking body positivity and like all of these stupid movements that are like, you should be attracted to this person and this person and this person. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works. We can't just like, we can't just say, oh, I'm not attracted to this person, but you know, this movement tells me I should be, so now I'm going to be attracted to them. It just doesn't work that way. So physical attraction is definitely a huge part in approaching other people. Royce is married. I'm just going to call the next girl I like the great value, whatever actress she reminds me of. Again, do not take Royce's approach. I would not take Royce's approach. Royce got incredibly lucky that he found me, and we, you know, it just happened. It just happened. But I would not suggest taking Royce's approach. The perfect Disney prince does not exist like girls were told. But, like, girls aren't looking for the perfect Disney prince. They're really not. Okay, so speaking for me, speaking just for me, I guess, the biggest thing is security. Feeling like you can rely on them to take care of you, you know, to protect you, to provide for you financially. So, you know, that's, if you don't see that quality in a guy, move on. Confidence, you know, you don't want a guy who is like, you know, in the corner, afraid to talk to people, afraid to approach people, and like, you want someone who's going to show initiative and show that they have the confidence and the charisma to do things like, you know, ask for a raise or ask for a promote, like, just someone who has that inner confidence, humor, somebody who makes you laugh, somebody who makes you smile when you're having a bad day, which, as you guys know, I tend to wake up grouchy. Most women don't care. I don't think that that's true at all. I had a psychology professor say that a lot of conversations you have, even just friendly ones, start because of attraction towards one another. Yeah, no, I mean, like, physical attraction is huge. It is the very first thing that you notice about someone is what they look like and whether that makes you feel comfortable or uncomfortable in approaching them. So that's like, it's huge, actually. The Disney narrative is a beta waving program. Don't follow it life. I don't think that women are expecting a Disney prince, you guys. I don't think that women are going through their lives being like, huh, when am I going to find my Disney prince? We're a little bit more evolved than that. Dudes need more practice getting rejected. That was my issue during the dating years. If it ain't it, it ain't it, and that's fine. In my humble opinion, anything dudes complain about a woman doing, it's probably because of what some other dude did in her past. You made a good point when you said guys need to get their friends to stop being assholes. I think that guys get rejected a lot. I think that guys get rejected more than girls get rejected. I guess in the grand scheme of every relationship I've ever had, I was rejected once. And even then, it wasn't even like a full rejection. Every other person that I pursued, I dated. If I wanted that person, I eventually got them. So I feel like men get more rejection. If a man doesn't have the confidence to believe in himself, he probably will find that women don't believe in him either. Yeah, I agree. Can't ask for raises at my job, all up to the contract. Well, obviously, you know, we have to think of the context. But I just mean confidence is a big thing. Confidence is very important. I don't think you will find any girl who wants a guy who's like hiding in the corner, you know, afraid to socialize, doesn't have that confidence in himself. I don't know. Or a filthy street rat with the flying rug. Aladdin? Gotta keep one jump ahead of the breadline, one swing ahead of the sword. I steal only when I can afford. That's everything. Can confirm not looking for a Disney prince. Kit, what are you looking for? Actually, I don't know if this is a conversation that, is it like public knowledge? TK, thank you for the 100 bits. You liked my Aladdin impersonation? I have made it public, it's okay. I didn't know if you did or not. Like, I didn't see like a announcement. I didn't see like an Instagram. Like, I didn't see if it was public knowledge or anything. Okay, so like what, as someone who is basically the opposite of me, who is a traditionalist, what are you looking for in a man? How can a guy snatch you up? My confidence is currently an all-time high. It's so high my football friends are trying to cut it down a bit. Mike, I love that. I'm glad. I love your Aladdin songs. Thank you, TK. It's a good one. Aladdin has some good bangers. Not gonna lie, PK, it might be a bit too high. Well, don't get too hot, Mike. Don't get high on your own supply. Like my dad would say, okay? Remember, keep it. I have such a weird definition of what's attractive, even for women wanting to be more independent like me. You know, this is like another thing. Physical attraction is something that is really confusing to me these days, because I see like feminine men and I could not be more turned off. Like people like Harry Styles wearing a dress and like MGK wearing nail polish. And like, I could not be more turned off. Yeah, I could not be more turned off. Femboys, twinks, oh gosh. Like literally, why not just date a girl? Like, why not just date a girl? At that point, Kit, why not just find some titties? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I cannot think of anything less attractive than someone who is not masculine. This is like a whole nother thing that doesn't make any sense to me, is why so many women these days are into like femboy, girly, like feminine guys. I don't get it. Just date a girl. Meanwhile, 2 days later, I had 5K worth of illegal fireworks in my back trunk. What? Mike? 5K? You spent $5,000 on illegal fireworks? Mike? Did you? I didn't. I was gonna say, where'd you get $5,000 to spend on fireworks? Guys wearing skinny jeans. It's like there's like a whole aesthetic. There's a whole aesthetic these days of feminine looking men. Okay, Kit, give me like a celebrity or someone that you think is really attractive. Like, give me a good representation of the femboy look. So I can pull it up, because I need to understand. I mean, considering how many guys in Gen Z are feminine, lots of supply out there for the women who like it. Yeah, but like, you may as well date a girl. Like, I don't know, I don't follow celebrities. Okay, give me any, I don't know, a Twitch person or a TikTok person, or who is like when you think, so handsome or like cute or whatever, like who do you think? Can I DM you one? Okay. Then I can't pull it up. Wait, why did you ban Lana? What did Lana say? I missed it. I didn't see what Lana said. Lana, what happened? What did you say? Do. I have a full beard and I feel like any woman in 20s doesn't like that. See, I do. I do. I am very much so into... Why do you guys keep banning Lana? So if it's DM, then you gotta keep it a secret? I guess so. I'm waiting for her to DM me. I'm not seeing anything. Is it like a Twitch streamer? Is that why you don't want to say it or something? Royce, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. That's our first and only gifted subby of the day. Thank you! They don't want you to see the guy I'm saying? Why, though? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Got it. I got it. Okay, so lips are sealed. But show me who it is. I won't show them, but I want to know. Because I want to know if I find this person attractive. And don't be offended if I don't, because I probably won't. Because my idea of attractive is like Henry Cavill and like Chris Hemsworth. And just like the most masculine looking motherfuckers you could think of. Do. I still think those kinds of men are attractive too. But they're not like your ideal, they're not your ideal man, right? You think they're attractive, but you're not like wanting to date them. If Royce gained like 25 pounds, he'd be my absolute perfect man. I mean, he's my perfect man already. He's my husband. I think his face is so handsome. I just wish he was bulked up like Chris Hemsworth. It might be a little bit more than 25 pounds, though. Royce doesn't look like Henry Cavill. No, he doesn't, but Royce is very handsome. See, like, what the fuck is with the hair? This is the thing. This is the aesthetic. This is like the TikTok boy aesthetic. What is that jumbled mess of hair? This is an adult, right? Obviously, it's an adult. He looks like he's like 18. Kit? Like that's what he's 27? Oh, okay. Going for a younger man, eh? Yeah, so he's not like, I don't think he's ugly or anything, but like just the aesthetic is just so not like it's just bizarre. It's bizarre to me. It's bizarre. Damn Kit, robbing the cradle. Oh gosh. Kit, I turned 28 in June, which means you turned 31, right? Dang, robbing the cradle for sure. Robbing the cradle for sure. Royce is punching the air right now. No, I think Royce is very, very handsome. Very handsome guy. I just wish he was bulked up. And he wishes I had, you know, bigger boobs and I was, you know, not a great value Vanessa Hudgens. I'm still young in spirit. Yeah, we're not that old. I mean, I was actually thinking about this when I was taking a walk today. I was like, you know, I still feel like I'm only 22. Like, I don't feel like I'm almost, like, pushing 30. But then again, what does it feel like to push 30? In my mind, when I was 21, I think I used to think, like, you're almost 30. Like, you're getting to the end of your life. Like, you gotta get your affairs in order if you're pushing 30. And now I'm like, wait a minute. That was absurd. What a crazy, absurd thing to think. Also, I'll let you know how it is, kid. I assume a lot like 30. Probably. Once you hit 30, you'll feel it. I think that once I give birth, I will start to feel old. I think once I'm holding my daughter and it's like, this is my child. My child. And I keep having that moment, like putting the car seat in the car, putting the monitor in my car. I'm like, this is my car seat. This is my monitor. These are my baby's onesies. That's when I start to feel like, oh shit, this is, wow. Sorry, chat, I feel like I debated you not letting her show the guy. It's funny because I don't think anybody in here would know who this is. I have no idea who this is. I have no idea who this is. So unless they were someone who's a crossover, like also in your stream, I don't think that anyone in here would know who this is. I can't, you guys. It's not my screenshot to show. I'm sorry. I can't. There are some of my regulars in here too. Okay. I won't. Yay! Hype train! Fake hype train! Let's get this hype train popping, you guys. If we can get this hype train to level 5, we'll have a Royce cameo. Royce cameo on the line.
Sabishi, I'm literally typing to you, you stupid sick son of a bitch.
Sabishi, thank you very much for the 66 biddies. Level 5 hype train, Royce cameo, and we can get Royce's opinion here on some girl-guy things. I feel better at 31 than I did at 20. I don't feel old at all. So then, Thomas, you have so much time to find yourself a beautiful... Yeah! Thomas! Thomas, thank you for the 50! Woo! Thomas, thank you so much for the 50 gifted. Oh gosh, does that already put us at a level 5? It already put us at a level 5! Let's go! Thomas, thank you so much for the 50 freaking gifted subbies. Royce said, what? I'm doing my beard, then I'll come in? Okay. And then I want to get Royce's opinion on this person. I'm getting ready to go to work. Okay, well, he's coming. We're going to get a Royce cameo real quick. He's coming. How did Kit get dodged? Kit has no subby? Actually, I was, anytime I came into your chat, I would normally get gifted a sub by this one person, but that one person doesn't like me anymore. I noticed around the time of the election, said person unfollowed me on all social media. I was like, oh, well, I guess my Donald Trump support was too much. It do be like that. It do be like that. I'm already working, Sabishi. I need your new address, by the way. I need you to tell me your new address. I'm sending you that fucking sign. I want you to have it in your possession. What you do with it is your business, but I want you to have it. Okay? Also, the thing that I said earlier still stands. If we get back up to 1,000 subs, we'll tell you our baby's name. So, if anyone wants to hop on this hype train real quick, help us out here, we will tell you her name. I'm picturing something like this guy based on what you and Kit just described. Am I close? Oh, dang it. You can't. That didn't send that. Donald Trump support? Did I hear that correctly? Yes, you did hear that correctly. I voted for Donald Trump. I am a Republican. Yes, you heard that correctly. Lana! Lana, thank you so much for gifting Kit a sub! Oh, we love female empowerment. Girls gifting girls subs. We love that. Thank you. Thank you, Lana. Lana, how's Canada these days? You still want to be our state or what? Lana isn't a girl though. As far as I know, Lana's a girl. Banned multiple times and still giving subs. Gotta love it. Should start calling her Anon. Thomas, thank you so much for the 50 gifted today. Thank you. Thank you. Yay! We can do it. We gotta get back up. We can do it. Somebody help Thomas. There has to be one other person in here who can help Thomas right now. Come on. No one? Tagamo, hi Tagamo. Tagamo, we're having relationship conversations today because I am thinking about how I want all of you guys to also be having babies so that my baby has more friends. But all of you guys are like, no, women suck. So we're trying to like get past that. TK, thank you for the 200 bits. Snides, thank you for the 1 gifted. 1 sub at a time, that'll do it. That'll do it. 1 sub at a time. Thank you, Snides. Thank you for helping Thomas. True. It's tough. Ain't gonna lie, life's tough. I still get surprised some of your supporters don't know you're a Trump supporter. Well, I think if they're not here all that often, they wouldn't know that. So, because it's not like I have a big fucking like sign across my forehead that says I voted for Donald Trump. So unless they're here to hear our like political conversations, I guess they wouldn't know. If they don't follow me on Twitter. If they follow me on Twitter, they definitely know. You could definitely tell. Foul play is suspected. Nice. Good one. Good one. Doug Dimmadome, home of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. You guys, 30 seconds left. This hype train is at 73%. Somebody save the hype train. Save it. Save it. Save it. You'll be chat's hero. You'll be my hero for sure. Save the train! Do. Dang. No one's saving the train. This is honestly a tragedy. This is a tragedy. Ghost Wolf, thank you so much. Thank you for the 1 gifted. Sadly, it required like a 10 gifted or something to save the train. Do. Sorry, was busy driving. I told you where the sign needs to go, although I think chat needs to see the sign. No, the sign is already wrapped away, ready to be sent to you. I'm not kidding. Like, it's already wrapped in bubble wrap, like, it's ready to go. The sign it's making its way to you, so you need to give me your address so I can give it to you. Yay, we made it to a level 5 hype train, which means we're gonna get a Royce cameo. Thomas, thank you very much. Thank you. Except he said he's doing his beard right now. So I don't know how long it takes to do his beard, but hopefully done soon. But what were we saying prior to this? We had mentioned that it confused. Oh, Sabishi. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for the Shia LaBeouf. I hope it gets me at just the right time. We know you don't do anything ahead of time. You want to bet? How much do you want to bet me, Sabishi, that sign is bubble wrapped, ready to be sent to you? How much do you want to bet me? Bitch. You want to bet me another 1,500 bits? Because you're going to fucking lose. Is that what you want? I do things ahead of time. Sometimes. I'm very much so in that era of my life right now. Because I am nesting. So, watch your mouth. I think he fell in the bathroom. His life alert is going off. I don't know where he is or what he's doing. Why is this music playing? Okay, here's the bottom line. The bottom line of this conversation is this. If you are in your early 30s, 20s to early 30s, late 20s, early 30s, you as a male are currently at your peak, and I want you to know that. That is when women are most attracted to men because they should be done with their schooling. They should be getting their footing in their career. They should have typically a place to live, financial, savings. Statistically speaking, this is when men are the most attractive to a woman. So if you fall into that category, now is the time to go out there and go to a place where you can find a woman. Okay, so good locations potentially. Church, the gym, perhaps a coffee shop. Other places where hobbies, like, what are some hobbies that you might go and do? A dog park, perhaps. Maybe you have a dog and she has a dog and you bond over that. Right? Okay, things like that. Places I would not suggest. Okay, I don't mean Starbucks. I mean like your local coffee place. Places I would not suggest. The bar. The strip club. Any club, really. Casino. Any place where there's degeneracy happening. I would not suggest trying to find a partner there. I would also not suggest college campuses because I just would not suggest it. A pretty girl at the pizza place bent over in front of me while her friend was filming my reaction, but I didn't take the bait. What the hell? What? Where do you live that someone would be doing that? Running clubs? You know, I'm at my peak. Oh no, yes, you are. If you are late 20s, early 30s, and you're a man, you are at your peak. I'm sorry to Kit and Lana, but we are all out of our peak. Our peak was our early 20s. Unfortunately, we are now at the bottom of the barrel, and those younger ladies are all the hype, all the rage. Sadly for us. However, I'm married, so it doesn't matter to me. Vex, thank you very much for the 100 bits. And no, Twitch is not the place. I would not suggest Twitch. Again, like I said, don't take Royce's strategy here. It was not a good strategy. He just got incredibly lucky. Must be nice, Patty. Rub it in. Oh, I'm rubbing it. I'm rubbing it in. You want to see? You want to see? Have anyone who hasn't seen my belly in a minute. There she is. Here's Peanut. Look at that. Here's my pregnancy line.
Do it!
Just do it!
Do it!
Ugh. There she is. Sharkeisha getting big.
Make your dreams come true.
Her name is not Sharkeisha.
Do it.
Just do it. Yeah, her name is not Sharkeisha. Thank you, though. You see, PK, she's not supportive. No. I am supportive, Mike. I just don't want you to get your heart broken. I don't want you to get your heart broken. Again, my biggest thing here is there's like a very large thing in between you guys right now. You may have heard of it. It's called the fucking ocean. So I just don't want you to get your little heart broken. Like Royce and I were on the same continent. Now, best of me now. I'm diminishing fast, Sag. Do you feel like you are, Kit? Because I do actually feel like I am. Like, I look back at selfies from when I first started streaming, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look so pretty. Like, I look so young. And now I have, like, these lines on my neck. Like, I just feel like I see more and more, like, aging signs. I have a great... Wait, let's see if we can find it. Let's see if you guys can see it. I have one spot that I keep finding grays. I don't know if you can... I can't see it right now. But I have this... Oh! You see it? You see that little motherfucker? This one spot right here, I keep getting grays here. I do actually feel like I am starting to see the signs of aging, sadly. Although I'd argue women in their early 30s still look great and additionally have learned all this stuff from happening in their 20s. They've got that wisdom. Yeah, but men don't care. Men don't want wisdom. Men don't want wisdom. They don't want baggage. They don't want you to be like, oh, I dated a guy for 8 years. It didn't work out, because that's a red flag to them. What they want is like the 22-year-old who does not have 8 years of dating experience. Realistically. And that's why women are at their peak when they are in their younger 20s. And men are at their peak when they are in their older 20s, 30s. Sadly for us. There's a reason for this. evolutionary psychology tells us that the reason for this is your mate value. You are more likely to conceive when you're younger. Like, that's what's driving it. That's what actually drives. Hey there. Aw. Your beard looks better. It was really, really long.
I just said I was doing my beard.
I know. Here. Except it's... Why does it smell like food? Why does it smell like Chinese food? Is it that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't have Chinese food.
Did you wear this somewhere where we ate?
I don't know.
I don't know. It smells like food. It smelled like food when you came in.
Hello.
It's not that is commitment. That means she doesn't duck around. Wait. Say that one more time, Thomas. I'm not sure what you're referring to when I said that. Also, hi, Royce.
Hello, chat.
Hello, chat. Your hair.
No, leave it like that.
No, why?
Because I like it straight.
No, I don't like it straight. No. Put it.
Ow! Your
Sorry,
nails are freaking long.
I didn't mean to scratch you, but push it to where it's supposed to be. That was from the Asian girl at work. You talk to other Asians besides me?
No, Trish came to my work the other day and she's like, "Wow, you work with a lot of women."
He does work with a lot of. He works with a lot of young
women. And I interact with all the women.
He works with like a bunch of 20-year-olds, young women in their prime, and then there's me, your pregnant hippo of a wife. Oh, you're saying how an 8-year relationship is a red flag and it's not? To a lot of guys, it is. If you are
Feet lover pizza, I know you.
Yeah.
She this is the girl I told you stream about. That she works with me.
You're a liar. You're a liar. Shut your mouth.
I'm telling you.
You're a liar.
I'm serious.
You're a liar.
I'm not gonna say her name on the stream, but yes, it is. It's one
of them.
Feet Lovers Pizza 96.
Okay.
69.
Okay, sure. I would agree. Like, she wasn't a one-night stander in her 20s. Yeah, but why would you assume she was a one-night stander in her 20s if she didn't have? Okay, but I'm not okay. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm explaining this well. Also, now I feel like I look really, really bright. If you're in your 30s, why are you? Does the name Natalie ring a bell? Why are you like?
What?
Do you actually know this person? This is throwing me off. I'm trying to respond
I don't
here.
know what it is.
Okay, great. Like, if you're in your 30s and you have not dated anyone,
The chat is getting wild.
That's a red flag, right? Because then you might assume that they were a little slut, right? But men would much rather, and single men, tell me if I'm wrong here. Would you rather date like a 32-year-old girl who is still single, whatever, or like 25? 32 or 25. Just like literally age, we're just going age alone here. No other context.
And how old are you? I'm the same age? Like, how old am I?
You are, let's say you're 30.
Okay, then I'm going for the 32-year-old.
You're going for the 32-year-old. Why?
Because, well, one, for me,
You're going for the girl who's older than you.
the age, I would go for the girl that's older because she's closer to my age. I've never been a fan of going for like the big age gap.
Why does the age gap matter?
I just feel like maturity.
You think a 25-year-old?
A 32-year-old is more mature than a 25-year-old. Yes.
So you don't ask yourself, why is this girl still single at 32?
No, because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know like what they're. How am I supposed to assume how their relationship ended or if she's ever been in a relationship?
Well, you wouldn't. I mean, you'd have that.
Exactly. So I'm going off of just like, okay, your age alone. When you from the men out there, when you approach a woman, obviously you don't ask them their age, but somehow it gets brought up that, okay, I'm 28 years old or I'm 29 years old. And you kind of assume, you kind of know who is in that range. You can kind of pick out a 32-year-old in a crowd of.
I don't know. I think it depends. I don't
know. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at being able to judge who is old and who's not. I used to be.
I just think this is an interesting
But why? I don't understand how, because you never the 25-year-old could have been in one relationship too.
The 25-year-old could have 7 kids. Okay.
True.
You're saying this, but I want you guys to know that evolutionary psychology says that this is wrong.
We don't know evolutionary psychology.
What I'm telling you is guys are more attracted to younger women than them.
Okay, yes, you're bringing up a statistic. We're not psychology majors. That's like me telling you, okay, what does land
I know,
stand
but
for?
I think that
what does a land stand for?
But I think that you're lying to yourself, because I think if you had 2 women in front of you and you're just going off of like physical aspects alone, I think you're going for the 25-year-old.
Well, and that is true, but in the sense also a 32-year-old could have the body of a 25-year-old.
Okay, but okay, let's make it even more simple. She's the same girl. She's a clone of herself.
Okay.
Which version do you want? The 25-year-old version or the 32-year-old version?
I really don't know. I don't know.
Okay, the answer is the 25-year-old version. Like, psychologically, the answer is the 25-year-old version, because the 25-year-old version is likely, now this is not true for everyone, is likely to have less baggage because she's been through less relationships because she's younger. She's likely to be more fertile because she's still in her peak fertile years, which drives attraction, whether you acknowledge it or not. Subconsciously drives attraction, because they want to procreate, they want to pass on their genes. And she is likely to be in a position where she is at a time in her life where she wants to prioritize relationships over building her corporate ladder, whatever, folder, whatever. She's not 32-year-old working, 9 to 5 for a company. She's 25, probably just out of school, willing to get into a relationship and settle down. And like, the answer is 25.
I agree, Thomas. Okay, not everyone's the same. We're just gonna we can throw that out there. Not everyone is the same person, so everyone's approach.
You guys are also really weird for saying that a 25-year-old is like significantly less mature than a 32-year-old.
In most cases, they are. Nowadays, in this day and age, yes. Maybe in like the 80s and 90s, no. Nowadays, yes.
At 25, you should be pretty fucking mature. Like, at 25, you should pretty much like be getting your shit together.
Yes, correct. But not everyone is like that.
Okay, if you're still a fucking loser at 25, then I don't know what to tell you.
Why are you looking at me? You speak to the camera.
Because how are you guys at 25 years old like not figuring your shit out?
Why do you keep looking at me?
Because we are both because we're engaging in a conversation together.
I don't know. So, okay, I went in the military, so it was a little different. 25, I agree. I agree, Alpha. 25 is young, and then with the competitive market that there is when you get a degree, and mind you, most people, we're talking about most people, right? They go for an easy degree in college, like, I'm not saying no, like, foul towards these degrees, like business administration, which that was my major when I first went to school, because what else did I know, right? I wanted to like do sales, marketing, or you go for communications or journalism, and then you graduate with a 4-year degree at 21, 22 years old, and then the competitive
exactly. So you've been in the job market for 3 years, or you've been working for 3 years, whatever. Like, you should have some pretty substantial adult experience at 25 years old.
But I'm not saying that you can't have adult experience. It's just like, it depends on, like, are they making minimum wage? Like, I don't know. Like, are they all fully on their own with an apartment that's $1,800 a month? Like, there comes a time where it's really hard to save your money, because everything you make, the saying goes, like, you live paycheck to paycheck because you're spending it all on bills, groceries, blah, blah, blah. So it is a little different.
I'm just reading all of these different comments. Also, hi, Alpha. Hi, C. Snuffer. Hi, L. Marlowe. Hi, Frank. Hi, Uploader. Just trying to say hi to people who snuck in here. Hi, Ryan. So, yeah, this is bizarre to me. And maybe this was like, maybe this is like another unique situation for me. But I feel like by 25, I was like ready to be married, you know, like I was way past the young, you know, party immature age. I was like ready to be done. I was ready for adulthood.
Not to cut you off, but what Alana said, did she say, "Show me the is this kid's
Oh,
person?"
yes. What do you think of this? Do you think this is like an attractive guy?
Well,
I know
no,
you're
no,
not gay, but
No.
like obviously.
Well, like the thing, why does he have a dirty sock? What?
Whoa, don't say any details about the picture, sweetheart. Just
Okay. Never mind. No, I mean, I don't know. He's cool. I mean, he's cool. What do you want me to say? Oh my gosh, I would.
No. I'm okay. Does this look like a masculine guy or a feminine guy to you? From another guy's perspective here.
Feminine. I mean, I would say I don't know. I mean, I would say.
Like, does he
feminine.
look like a TikTok boy or does he look like?
Okay, well, looking at this guy and what you guys were saying in chat earlier, no, he doesn't. I wouldn't picture this guy to look like what you guys were describing earlier, like what she was describing earlier. No, I wouldn't. The person I pictured her talking about or describing earlier would be like Harry Styles, someone of that nature, like the skinny jeans where you see both balls. What?
I don't know what you're talking about. Where's there a picture of Harry Styles with both balls?
I was just saying, emphasizing the skinny jeans, right? It's just like compressing his
Okay,
legs.
wait. Says this guy. Hold on.
No.
Coming,
We can't show them my package. No. We can't. No. We're not
coming
doing
from
that.
this guy. Wait. Just hold on. Coming from this guy talking about skinny jeans. Where is the picture?
I'm just saying. I mean, Harry Styles, he might be hung like a horse.
Oh, I can't
Nothing
find
wrong
it.
with it.
Damn
No shame in his game. No shame in my game. Shake hands emoji. We're fine. But he wears that every day. He sleeps in skinny jeans. That's the difference.
Oh, why can't I freaking find it? Those no. Wait. Where is it? Yeah, this guy out here talking about skinny jeans right now.
It's that picture right there.
I gotta make sure it's the right one, because that's a blurry one. It's this one.
Okay.
It's this one. All right, you want to see
Okay.
this
All
guy
right.
out
Okay.
here talking about skinny jeans? Hold on, check this picture out. If you've never seen this, you're really in for something special here.
I'll never judge Lana. Look away right now. This is your COD teammate. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I mean,
Let's put it away.
look
All
at
right.
how cute I look, how skinny. I'm so skinny and pretty. Oh man.
All right. Oh, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough time.
Man.
That's enough time for the Johnson hour. All right. That's enough time. That's correct, Mike. That donger is huge. All right. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate you.
So you're out here talking about skinny jeans. I don't know if you have much room to talk.
That's what I picture when someone says like a femboy.
I picture like nails painted, this like floofy TikTok
like a
hair.
Zayn, like One Direction. We'll just go One Direction, all One Direction essentially. Like you go Zayn Malik, you go Harry Styles, all of them. They all are femboys, correct? I do not see a femboy in that guy. But this is only one outfit, and I don't know what he's doing.
See, I as a woman, this is definitely femboy. Like this is 100% femboy. He has the
He just needs some conditioning.
He has like the signature femboy hairstyle. They're like very delicate like features.
There's
I don't
nothing
know.
wrong. He does need to trim his beard.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with
No,
it.
I know. I'm just saying.
not.
A femboy to me is somebody who just really takes care of like everything. Like their hair is always clean. Who it's always got a haircut. It's everything is sharp. Right?
Yeah, but
that's what I picture a femboy to be. But I don't know. Maybe I'm
okay. Let me like Google like a picture of a femboy. Femboy. Okay. Oh.
They can't see this, right?
No.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay, newsflash, do not fucking Google femboy because that is not what I thought was going to pop up. Yeah, that was very Monka TOS.
And hopefully God doesn't What do you mean?
Also, TK, thank you very much for the 200 bits. Thank you.
I'm just telling you what my perception of a femboy would be. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it.
I'm trying to think of like who is a TikToker, because I think that this is where you see this trend coming from, is like these young TikTok boys with like the floofy stupid hair, and they do these stupid TikTok trends. And I wish I could tell you even one of their names, but I can't. TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying like, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like someone who, I don't know, who's not like huge, like not, I'm not muscular, but like just not, is not muscular, and just like they just care about their appearance. Nothing wrong with that. My brother is a femboy. My twin brother, I would say, is a femboy. He's got the TikTok haircut. The dude uses every facial cleanser in the world.
Yeah.
He's got tattoos just for the women. So yeah, I would say my own twin brother is a femboy. Yes, he is, bro.
He is still more masculine looking than these like boys on TikTok, though.
But yeah, I would say he's
he's definitely more feminine than you are, for sure.
Yeah.
You're much more masculine than he is. But I still don't know why you would bring a roll of quarters to a photo shoot. Yeah, Bryce, why did you have that roll of quarters in your pocket?
All right, Tagamo. All right.
Why did you have that?
I'll show you quarters, pal.
Maybe I just like femininity in a guy, not necessarily femboy. Do you want to meet Royce's twin? He is not.
So
well, actually, he wants kids. Though,
I think. Here's what I think. I think a man, and I've learned this throughout the years. It's like okay to use. It's okay to take care of yourself, right? To clean up your beard, to do your eyebrows, get pedicures, manicures. All that stuff is a-okay, right? But in this world, everyone bashes it. It bashes it. Like I get my feet done, dude. I don't wear socks for a whole month.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you like a feminine guy.
I think it does. I think it does because most men don't do it.
That's not true. Every man with good hygiene takes care of himself.
No. I'm not saying like that. Like
that's like the bare minimum. That's like the bare minimum is
manscaping. Correct.
Yeah, manscaping. That's the bare minimum for being just like a human adult. Whether you're male or female, like good hygiene. When it becomes feminine is when it's like things like bracelets and nail polish and necklaces, like, and like the stupid fluffy haircut and like the skinny jeans and all the things that I took out of your wardrobe and
okay, I didn't paint my nails. One, I didn't wear bracelets. I wear chains, but that's just natural jewelry. I wear watch, like that's...
Frank, I'm not saying the vast majority of men get pedicures and manicures. He comes to... You don't go by yourself. Let's make this abundantly clear. He does not go by himself to go get pedicures.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I go to get a pedicure.
Correct.
And then I say, sweetheart, get a pedicure with me.
That is what I'm saying, is like, most men will not... Like, the men that I work with, and I work with, probably 15 to 20 men, I talk to them every single day, and I'm like, have you guys ever had a pedicure? And they're like, no.
Okay, and how many of them have been in relationships where girls have made them come to get a pedicure?
A lot of them are in relationships and they still haven't gone. Like, one of the ladies that I work with asked her boyfriend to go get a pedicure with him, and he said no. He said no.
Well, I'm glad that I can peer pressure
you. And I was like, dude, you should. It's all right to take care of your feet. Like, take care of yourself. Because women value that. Like, I'm not saying go get it done every single day, but, like, if they show that you put in effort to take care, like, to look presentable... Dude, that's a home run. And then on top of that, you feel confident.
You're confusing hygiene, like basic hygiene, with femininity.
Dude, basic hygiene for a man is not much. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, and it should be more.
Correct, that's my point. It's like, we don't do our hair. Most men don't do their hair.
That's not true!
That is true!
Oh my gosh!
That is true! Chat, how many of you guys do your hair with pomade or anything? I'm talking about getting out of the shower. Who does their hair?
Why are we
Alright, Ghost Wolf. Okay. Ghost Wolf does. I used to not do it. I'm bald. Okay. Well, okay. Sorry, you have no hair. We are not Gavin Newsom. Facts.
I do my hair every day. So this is what I'm saying.
Okay. I should say.
I
do my hair. Okay, I don't. Well, I do now, but I didn't.
That does not make you feminine. What would make you feminine is if you were wearing, like, pearl necklaces And like I'm thinking specifically of like this picture of fucking Hasanabi at whatever that award or whatever thing was, where he's wearing like this low cut fucking like blouse with the pearl necklace and his nail polish paint. Like that's feminine. That's fucking
Okay, yeah, but what I'm saying,
weird.
I have never done that.
Exactly, because you are masculine. You are more masculine than you are
I've
feminine.
had skinny jeans before.
Yes, and I threw them all out because I am very unattracted to them. Because I'm not attracted to fucking girls. All of the okay, let's think about this. How many things have I thrown out? I threw out your high top Converse.
There was nothing wrong with those. She just chucked them in the trash for no reason.
Feminine.
No.
I threw out your skinny jeans.
Thank
Feminine.
you. Yeah, I'm just as confused. I don't know what point she's trying to argue.
Okay.
She said I wore these things. Yeah, I
yes.
came home, JP, and my shoes were in the trash, bro. In the trash. And I couldn't get them out. They smelled like shit.
Because I'm not attracted to femboys. I'm not attracted to feminine.
She didn't change my hair. My hair, I mean, I did have Justin Bieber hair, but that's why I didn't do my hair is because there was no style for that. My style was getting out of the shower and then letting it dry and then it would form over. I've had that hairstyle since I was like 8th grade.
Okay, so he used to have, let's see if we can find the Justin Bieber haircut. Where could I find a picture of the Justin Bieber haircut here? Let's see. What's your Instagram?
No. We're not looking at, no.
I want to show the...
Just look up Justin Bieber haircut. That's all you gotta look up.
Okay, well then I don't need to show them. You guys know what Justin Bieber's like, Justin Bieber swoopy hair. That's what he had for a long time. I made him cut it to change it to this, bring yourself lower, so that it's masculine. So he doesn't look like a 15-year-old, because having Justin Bieber swoopy hair makes you look like a freaking 15-year-old, a little boy. I'm not attracted to little boys, I'm attracted to men. Okay? So yes, I changed
men,
this.
What you guys will learn...
I changed this wardrobe.
You guys know what works for you, right? If you look in the mirror, which I do probably 20 times a day, you understand how good you look, and you want to keep it coming.
My girlfriend got me to change my clothes too, but basically only got me to buy smaller sizes of what I had because I was wearing everything oversized.
And I do.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it does, but...
This guy buys himself extra large t-shirts. I'm like, are you fucking extra large? Maybe your penis is, but you're not... Like, why are you getting extra large?
Because, Jack, I like the way extra large feels.
Like, that doesn't fit you.
Is anyone with me?
That doesn't fit you.
And MGK wears extra large.
And MGK is a bitch. MGK is literally...
No, he's not! No, he's not! No, he's not!
MGK is the most feminine, girly girl mother effer.
Hey, no. Don't talk about MGK like that.
At home I wear 4XL polo shirt because it's so comfy. MGK is super feminine. Correct. Thank you. So, thank you.
That's right, Lana. Yeah, Lana, get her, Lana.
Thank you.
Please, yes. Thank you, JP.
Please don't disrespect Royce's idol.
Why can't we be like JP? What did Jeff say?
Well, JP, see, he's in a similar situation because the girl that he likes says she likes men with feminine hands. And I can tell you, I've seen JP's hands. They're not feminine. JP is a masculine-looking guy. He's got masculine hands.
No, they weren't Converse.
Masculine body. Masculine. JP, you're going to have to make your hands a little more dainty. Start getting them painted. Lose 50 pounds so you're basically anorexic.
My shoes were the Blazers, were the Nike Blazers, like the 77 vintage Blazers. They were the white and black ones. And I don't know. I came home literally one day and they were in the trash.
Time to throw out the hands, JP Sash.
Like are my hands feminine?
No, you don't have feminine hands. Look, you're a fucking monkey. Do you see? Look at his. This is masculine. Look at this. Look how much hair he has. Have you ever seen a man this hairy? He's a freaking monkey.
You guys see my ass hair.
You should. He's got the fuzziest bum. It's crazy. They look kind of soft, to be honest. That's because I make him moisturize
Dude, okay, people do say I have the softest hands in the world.
It's because I make you moisturize me.
I dapped up one of my boys, and he said, dude, why are your hands so soft? And I was just like, I don't know.
Pull your pants down. If I could show you guys Royce's ass hair.
That's crazy.
I wish I could because I have never seen someone with more butt hair than Royce.
Dude, I'm a hairy man. Like,
You really are. You're very.
I have been violated in this stream so many times. I don't deserve it. I really don't deserve it.
I'm not violating
Man,
you.
trim that. Dingleberries suck. Oh, I know, pal. I know.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you are hairy. You're a hairy guy.
I have a pretty hairy chest, Franco. I mean, it's not like crazy, but
His-
it's
his-
not popping
his-
out of my shirt.
His chest is not that bad. Your back isn't bad either. You don't have a lot of hair on your back, which is really nice because back hair is really
Like all
really
of my
nice.
hair goes. It's on my beard. It's on my armpits, and
Your ass cheeks.
It's in the Amazon rainforest. If you know where I'm talking. We can't be descriptive here. It just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
No, I can't do that.
Take your clothes off, Roy, so we can see. Yeah, Royce, take your clothes off. Which saint is on Royce's necklace?
Christopher. I have the St. Christopher.
Are you wearing Saint Christopher?
Yeah.
You're-
That's the
Where's
one my
your-
mom got me.
Where's your Saint Francis
It's in
one?
the or standing
the thing I
cabinet.
got?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay. What were we talking about before we started yelling? Oh, feminine versus masculine. Okay, wait, I think Lana agrees with me on our mystery subject. He's a cutie. I'm not saying he's not,
I'm not saying the guy's ugly.
yeah, I'm not saying he's ugly. I happen to actually, there's a certain quality about him that I actually really, really like.
And I know what it is, but I can't say it because then
it would give it away.
You'll know. So I have to shut up. But I was gonna say something earlier, but I was like, okay, they don't know who this is. Is this guy? Do you know this guy, Kit? Does he know him?
Yeah, it's a streamer.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I.
Which is
definitely-
why we're being
okay.
secretive. It's a
Alright.
streamer. Yeah. So like I don't think he's unattractive,
They
but
can't see your screen, right?
but no. But I just think that he's more feminine looking than you are, for example.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, when I look at somebody, I'm not like, oh my gosh, bro, he is.
No, of course you don't, because you're a dude. Okay, you know what? Let me go to here's this is a good solution here. There's a guy that I follow.
Lana, stop it. I will ban you right now. I'm not near my computer, but I have people who can ban you and who will ban you. So
And
let's be quiet.
He makes fun of like the cringy TikTok boys. Okay? Okay, so like these like cringy TikTok boys. You see this aesthetic? Oh, that one's not gonna load because.
All right, so essentially, the TikTok haircut is it's a fade on the sides, and then you have the long bushy hair.
But they've got like their ears pierced. Sometimes they wear dangly earrings. Sometimes their nails are painted.
You know who? And
Sometimes they
Raiden does that. Raiden wears the
Yes.
dangling arrow. He does the dangling arrow.
Raiden
earring.
does do that. Yes.
Listen, if that's your thing, dude, go rock it. Rock it. Women like that, dude. Some women like it. Go.
But that's
Dress up how you wanna dress up.
I don't understand. That's just weird to me.
Some people dress like that. I mean, I don't know. Some people just.
It's just it's
A lot of
strange.
times it's because it's idolized.
It's strange to me
They
that
see these people
women
get
are
used.
attracted to that in comparison to like a gym bro. Like that or Chris Hemsworth. Which one are you picking?
Well,
That or Chris Hemsworth?
I don't know.
Yeah, like Kit, like what if it came down to it, bottom line, like just looks alone. Not talking about how much money Chris
But you
Hemsworth
also have to
comes worth.
understand, if you're rocking a certain style for the longest time, you know, being Chris Hemsworth isn't going to be overnight. So it's like something you have to really work towards. But if you can go out and be yourself and still get women, why change? Why change?
Because I'm your wife.
No,
and I-
not you. I'm talking about just in a
Yeah, but
in a setting.
this hypothetical situation feels like it's being applied to me
How?
because I'm your wife and you should please me because I'm your wife.
Sweetheart, unfortunately
If
I had women before. I dated women before you, and I never changed for them.
Yeah,
Which-
because you were like
Because
15.
because I was.
Because they were not.
I did the same
wifey
things.
Material.
Correct. I did the same things
Mhm.
for the longest time, and I didn't have to change. Like that
Uh-huh.
wasn't. Nor
Okay, so what you're saying is the changes that I have implemented in you didn't make you a better person than you were.
no,
when
they
you were...
did. No, they for sure did.
Okay, great. So then so that argument is dismantled.
But I was also younger at the time. I wasn't the age I was now.
Yes. But what does that matter?
I'm just saying, in like their sense, like a lot of like some people, they might not want it. They might not have somebody in their life that tells them to change their clothes or their appearance, and they keep doing the same things over and over and over.
What does that have to do with anything? Yeah, that exists, but what does that have to do with anything? I just don't know what your point is.
I'm just saying, like if they want to be that, if they want to dress that way and it works for them, they're not going to change it. That's all I'm saying. They're not gonna. If they're.
I'm not telling the femboys to change anything. I'm just asking why women are attracted to that.
Oh, that I don't know. I mean,
exactly. So I don't know what you're.
Like, kid, what makes you attracted to him?
I like Timothy Chalamet is he looks like a rat. I don't know how any girl could find him attractive. Timothy Chalamet is a very unattractive person to me. He pleases you with something. One day one of those city femboys will make their way to Patty's part of the woods, and she will need a twit longer to express how much.
I don't think he's ugly either. I don't think he's ugly either, but I don't know.
Oh man, you're not wrong. Although you don't have to use twit longer anymore because now on Twitter, if you subscribe to like the premium, you can have long tweets. So I wouldn't even need that.
All right, well I am getting ready to go because the Vols are about to play, and I gotta watch them.
Okay, everybody say bye to Royce.
So.
Sag, really gonna abandon us?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the volunteer game. I've been waiting all day.
Okay, if we get to like 800 subs, will you stay for a little bit longer? Will you?
I will stay till the game. I'll stay till 7.
Okay, what time does the game start?
6:50.
6:50? Okay, if we get to 800 subs right now! That would require a lot of effort, so I don't know.
Well, it's also, is it really worth it for 30 minutes?
Yeah. Right now. Right now, JP! Help, JP, help! Take care of your hairy bum. Why'd you put a B at the end of it like mom?
The Slavs. It's the Slavs.
Correct. Apparently March Madness has started.
Yeah,
So, if you care about basketball, yay, I guess it's your month. This must be exciting for you.
I don't think. I mean, I think people who aren't even basketball fans like watching it just because it's something. It's a sport that's on every day. What?
I don't know if that's true.
It is true.
I don't know. I don't know how many people are just watching March Madness just because.
Well, a lot of people bet on March Madness, even though they don't.
If it was like the Super Bowl, I would say, yeah, you're right. Because I think there are a lot of people who watch the Super Bowl who don't watch the rest of football.
They don't even but they don't watch the Super Bowl. They watch the commercial.
And the halftime show.
And the halftime show.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't think that that necessarily applies to March Madness. You say that all sport watching is boring, then I started watching swimming where they literally just go back and forth. That's not. Destiny time, bye-bye. Well, you know what? I guess everybody is ready for you to go. GG's.
Why? Is she gonna play Destiny?
Yeah, everyone's like, no, conversation over, bye.
What else is there for me to say about the like? What do I want to say about the conversation?
I know I'm just a little bit confused as to your answers for some of those things. Oh no.
Oh, my son is up.
Big boy's crying at the door.
Baby boy.
Jakey!
Daddy's in here.
Aww.
Daddy's in here talking to her about conversation. Jakey, what do you think about femboys?
Yeah, Jakey, are you a femboy? Oh, he's coming to mommy? Hi. Why are you coming to mommy? Hi, big boy.
Alright, come on. We're gonna go out here.
Alright.
You come with Daddy. Go with Daddy, come on.
Okay, bye.
Alright, say goodbye.
Why does he smell like skunk?
That's food.
Huh?
Food.
Oh. What the heck is she making?
I don't know.
Smelled like skunk.
He doesn't smell like skunk. You smell like skunk? Come here.
I don't. Make sure he doesn't smell like skunk.
He doesn't smell like skunk.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye, chat.
Bye, Royce.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was interesting. Those answers were interesting answers, you guys. I don't know if I agree with all that commentary that we just got from Royce. It's everyday madness when you work on the road. Just had a dumb driver pull out of the McDonald's right in front of me. Fuckers need to learn how to drive. I watched someone fly through a stop sign today. Just straight up. Didn't even slow down. Did not even tap on their brakes. Just boop, right through a stop sign. I was like, oh, okay. Well, good to know. I'm glad that I stopped at the stop sign because that person would have just killed me. Do people actually use femboy for feminine guys? No, femboy I think is more of like, yeah, the guys who like wear skirts and things like that. Feminine is probably more of what we're talking about. More feminine guys. You married a female boy, Patty? Just kidding. No. Royce doesn't understand what he's saying here. Having good personal hygiene does not make you feminine. It means that you probably live with a woman who despises your stinky smell and has taught you to take better care of yourself. Feminine guys are the guys who did that without having to be taught by a woman, who were interested in those things prior to having a woman teach them what to do. And, wear the earrings and the necklaces and the skinny jeans and then this and that. I had to take a work call. Where'd the man candy go? His Vols play in a couple of minutes, and Jakey came in and was crying, and so he went to go console his dog. We're talking about stinky smells, Mrs. I only wash my sheets once a month. That has changed. I wash my sheets like once every 2 weeks now. And that's honestly just because I like the way it feels. I've noticed that you can tell when you lay down on a fresh set of sheets. It feels good. No, it's like once every 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, that's not gross. It's much better than once every 3 months, which is what I was doing. So, I think once every 2 weeks is completely reasonable, especially when I sleep by myself. That's not at all what I said. You are taking the conversation and you're trying to like do this with it, and that's just not. You can't do that. Like a nice hotel, bleached, fresh sheets hit. Every time I stay at a hotel, I'm like, I feel like I should bring a black light or a blue light. What are they called? But then I'm like, do I really want to see the cum stains? No, I don't think so. I know they're there, but do I really want to see them? I guess not. Never mind. So, long story short, let's summarize. Let's summarize here. Going back to the title of the stream, let's just like wrap it up. Long story short, men are not dating because women are. Well, men and women seem to be interested in different things right now. Men seem to be looking for more conservative, traditional things, and women seem to be rebelling against that. I would tell those women that you should give in to your primal instincts and just, let it happen. But they won't listen to me. Who says young men aren't dating? So this came out because I saw a statistic recently that said it was like 40% or so of men between 18 and 25 say that they've never approached a woman to date. Like and it's because they don't want to deal with any of the things that come along with dating. And I'm like, that's so sad. That is like a really high amount of young men who are not interested in dating. And considering we are actually having like a population crisis, despite the fact that everyone's like, we have so many people in the world, like we are not making babies. We are not getting married. We're not making babies. And that's not good. For me, it's all my risk. Why should she get half my money, retirement, house? What does she bring to the table? You don't think that her bringing, like, love and raising your children and, like, feeding you, like, that's not equivalent to you taking care of her? This makes me really sad, because I feel like what I have to offer Royce is me, like, me being a wife and a mom, and, like, it would really hurt my heart if Royce did not see the value in that. If he thought that I was just like a freeloader. I didn't approach my most recent ex, and I didn't approach my current girlfriend. They both got me instead of me getting them. That's interesting. Maybe more women are going out of their way to approach men too. I wonder if that's part of that statistic. Like, I wonder if more women are, you know, taking the reins and being like, I want to approach this guy. The husbandless baby makers have us covered. I changed my mind on that. She can have everything. I don't care. Good, Mike. I'm glad that you realize. I'm glad that you realize when you love a good woman, you want to take care of her, and you're not worried about her stealing your shit because you love her and she loves you, and she's going to give you a nice, happy life, and she's going to give you lots of beautiful children, and not take your shit and run away and ruin your life. I got divorced in 2009 and she cheated and been single since. It's great to not have to deal with any women. Been with 3 long-term relationships. All women cheated on me. I don't know why. This is something that's really hard for me to understand, is why so many people report being cheated on. Like, that's such a strange phenomenon. Like, how do you manage to get cheated on that many times? Like, I don't understand. Okay, let's not say it's a normal thing for women. Let's pause right there. Let's pause right there and not say stupid things like that, because I think this is both men and women who cheat. It is not just women, and it's not just men. But I don't understand it. I really don't. It's just, like, did no one ever, like, teach you, if you're not happy in a relationship, to just, like, leave? Like, did your parents not encourage that? Did they not say, like, you know, it's wrong to cheat, it's wrong to steal, don't do that to another person? Like, were you guys just not brought up that way? Guys, you do realize that when you split in half is the things you get after marriage, but only things you got when you were together? I don't think it matters to them. Honest question, what would you say to the young men that aren't dating but want to? What would be the first step the person could take? All right, the first step a person could take is, before you go get into the, like, dating market, make sure that you are ready to be there. Right? Like, you want to bring your best foot forward. So if you are a young man and you're looking to get into the dating scene, I would suggest making sure you have a job, a steady job, steady income, making sure you have a living situation that is not sketchy, that's not unreliable, transportation, like, just making sure that you are put together, taking care of yourself. What if I'm broke? There's no way you're broke, JP. Like, you're not, so you're not. So that's not a good question. You're not broke. Cheaters are usually too afraid to end it and move on, fear of confrontation, or breaking from what's comfortable. Like, I feel like this has to be some type of learned behavior, or, like, learned trauma from childhood or something, because if you are, like, a serial cheater, I just feel like you weren't brought up right. Like I could not imagine cheating on someone. I've never even like come close to cheating on someone. Like when I realized that I had feelings for somebody else, I broke up with whoever I was with. Like if that occurred, I was like, okay, I'm done. Clearly I'm not invested in this relationship. I'm done here. So like I don't understand why cheating happens. Like why don't you just fucking cut the cord? Like if you have feelings for somebody else, pursue that person. Clearly you're not invested in the relationship that you're in. Some religions it's a sin to get divorced, so they live in an unhappy marriage. I would say that you shouldn't have been married in the first place, and you probably ignored red flags. If you married someone and now you're in a loveless relationship, you probably should not have married that person in the first place, and you just straight up ignored all the red flags. He spends a lot on Royce and me. JP is not broke. I know that JP is not broke. JP has been working for years. JP, as far as I know, still lives at home, so he's been saving. JP is not broke. Don't listen to what this man is telling you. He's saving it all to buy a diamond ring for his dainty-handed mistress. There's a lot of cheaters, but if you won't even try because someone might cheat, then you'll never find someone who doesn't. I mean, that's true. If it's like, what is that phrase with like, sitting out of the game or whatever? If you don't ever play the game, you won't ever, I don't know. There's a phrase about playing a sport game or something. Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. That's what it is. Yeah, if you don't ever date because you're afraid of what could go wrong, you're never going to find the situation that goes right. Because they like attention, that's why maturity is key. But you don't need to be mature to not do that. Like, again, I've never cheated on someone. I'm about to be 28 years old, and I've never cheated on someone. And that had nothing to do with me being mature or immature. It had to do with what I was taught. Like, it was instilled in me from a young age. You don't cheat. You don't lie. You don't steal. You don't do hurtful things to other people. If you're in a relationship and you don't want to be in that relationship, you break off that relationship. And that's what I did. That happened to me one time. And it was the relationship that I was in before Royce. And I broke up with that person because I realized I had feelings for Royce. And I'm like, well, this is not fair to him. So, goodbye. And now we're married. So, like, that's you, though. Not everyone thinks or feels like you. But, like, that should be. Like, basic human decency. Don't cheat. Don't steal. Like, that's basic human decency. I don't know why, like, that's not like a me thing. Like, we should all collectively agree that it's bad to cheat or steal. Hence, you shouldn't cheat on someone. That's like a really easy thing to not do. I think that this is not true. I think that this is not true. I don't think that most women cheat by the time they're 21. I don't think that is true. I don't think that most men do either. Rules are literally made up by humans. We can do whatever. I think there are things that are objectively wrong. I think if we live our lives where, like, everything is willy-nilly and we're like, well, everything is fake and made up, like, it's a really meaningless life. Young men don't date specifically in America because the new generation has awful values. Well, as we've said earlier, there is a trend currently where young men are leaning more conservatively politically, and young women are leaning more liberally politically. So we have seen that young men and young women are going different directions in terms of politics. And obviously within politics, that involves your morals. You know, a lot of things are wrapped up in your political views. So if you are going one way and all of the girls that you're talking to are going another, it's going to be hard to find common ground. Why aren't young men dating? Why buy a cow when the milk is already free? Love that, Com. Pornography and girls giving it up. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's awful, and I disagree with it. I have said on this stream so many times how many times I am 1000% against casual sex. I think casual sex is one of the most awful, pervasive things in this society, along with pornography. Those two things are terrible. They are terrible for everybody involved, and I think that is a huge factor in. I think that's a huge factor in this trend here. I think that is a very spot on comment to make. Why buy the cow when the milk is already free? Just watch porn, OnlyFans, and girls would rather give it up and yeah. If women stop casual sex, it will stop, so your move, ladies. I wish I could get them to stop. I do. I wish I could get women to stop having casual sex. The presence of OnlyFans and social media is obnoxious. I will say that it's legit everywhere now. Yes, we have successfully as a society normalized prostitution. It's not a sin if you make use of the loophole. Still a sin. Still a sin. Yep, still a sin. I cannot express how much better my life got after I stopped doing that. Stop watching porn is the best advice I can give. Stop watching porn. Stop watching porn. Can't say it enough. I'm only not dating now because it's hard to find women who don't have a large number of mental issues. It's not worth it to put effort into a relationship with a lunatic again. This is another thing. You know what's funny? It's not funny. It's actually really sad, and it makes me think here, like, what is going on. Not only are women trending in that direction, right? They're becoming more liberal. That is the highest demographic with mental illness. Liberal women. They're the most depressed, anxious. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. They should, based on all of their beliefs, they should be much happier because they're free to do what they want. They're free to, love who they want. They're free to, be empowered and make that pornography and do this stuff. And yet they are the most miserable. It's all about hookup culture. If your prospective partner has already been run through, there's nothing to gain and everything to lose by committing. Yeah, I mean, I think this does go both ways. I think that you will find that there are a lot of women who are very turned off by guys with high body counts. But I will agree that it is much more of a gross, it's more negative when it's a girl who has a very high body count. Like, much more people are disgusted by, what's her face, Lily Phillips, than they are by the men who had sex with Lily Phillips. Can y'all stop saying porn? I'm tired of accepting all these messages. Everyone start typing corn. Just work more. Then you have free time and you won't have a problem with corn or women cheating on you. You just don't have time for any of that. You just don't have time. You just work. You're like the little lep business emote. I think there was a study done that porn reduced sexual assault by like 40%. There's no way. There is no way that is possible. All of the research that I've ever seen, pornography leads to more aggressive sexual behavior, more negative perceptions of women. Your men are more likely to objectify women. Men who consume a lot of porn are more likely to see women as like sexual objects. They're more likely to abuse them in relationships. There are a lot of very, very, very negative things. Women's value as a committed partner plummets after the age of 27 because they've had so many sex partners and carry too much baggage. The mental issues are a red flag. So it's not just because of the sex partners and carrying too much baggage. That is definitely part of it, but it's also simply women getting up in age. Men are driven by the desire to procreate, and women are perceived as less fertile as they get older. This is a known thing. You can hard disagree as much as you want, and I will show you the research. I will show you the research that says that pornography is bad. And it's so funny. I love when men try to argue with this because the research all supports what I'm saying. And people just don't want to give it up. I disagree about the sex partners number. About what? I made that research myself so you can show it to yourself. I'm addicted to pornography and I'm fine. So, yeah, good example. People that are shit will be shit to other people, whether they watch porn or not. So, to an extent, yeah, like I agree that people, if they're shitty, they're gonna be shitty no matter what. However, when you show like a young boy, 12, like let's say 12-year-old, when you show him these images of women being used as sex objects in pornography, he then gets aroused by that and realizes that this is something that he can use daily, right? Has free access to it, okay? And becomes addicted to it. And this impacts every single thing about him. His confidence, his self-esteem, how he interacts with women, his ability to have a positive sexual relationship with a woman, because you can't get it up because they're not doing what they're seeing in pornography. Like, you can argue with me as much as you want, but I know for a fact that I am correct, and I know that the research supports me. I will personally find the research and send it to you. I hate when people try to defend pornography. It's terrible. It's really terrible. It's not my fault I saw topless women at the local pool as a kid. Why did your pool allow topless women? What? What kind of pool were you going to? That's really crazy. Did you live in like a nudie place? I grew up in Germany. Germany allows women to just be naked at the pool? What? I mean, that explains so much about... I'm moving to Germany. I'm like, well, that explains so much about what's going on in Germany. That's crazy. You can have your titties out at the pool, but you can't make a joke on Twitter? Huh? Huh? That's crazy. That's a crazy place. They're not allowed to other places? No. No. I would be really upset if a woman was walking around topless at my community pool. That would really bother me. Um, no, we should not be seeing each other's body parts. We should not be seeing strangers' body parts at the pools. Sorry. That's... No. Just no. Do. I disagree with women value going down with number of men she slept with. Majority of men don't give a single damn. It's usually incels who care most. My friend slept with many men. She doesn't lie about it when asked, yet no guy told her no because of that. Some did for other reasons. I would say that a high value man does not want a woman who has slept with lots of men. I'm sorry. Based on what I'm saying, yes, I am calling those men low value men. I don't think a high value mate wants another mate with lots of bodies, especially a woman. I just realistically divine what a high value man is. A high value man is someone with a high mate value, and your mate value is determined by how much income you have, how much schooling you have, your like ability to provide, your attractiveness, your age. I mean, there are a lot of things that go into mate value, and I think that men with high mate values, also known as the men you want to date, the men you want to find, are going to be turned off by finding out that you've been ran through. So. Most men do not want a porn star. They might want to sleep with the porn star, but they do not want to wife a porn star. These are very delusional takes here. Ran through is objectionable speech. I don't give a fuck about objectionable speech. I live in the United States of America where we have free speech. I don't give a fuck if I hurt somebody's feelings with my speech. LOL, FBI, open up. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't care. I can't fathom those that have 4-figure body counts thought that was a good idea. Okay, I don't think that very many women have 4-figure body counts. I don't think that very many men have 4-figure body counts. I think it's like Lily Phillips and all the other OF stars who are trying to get in on the action here. Do you think 10 people is a high count? Yes, I do. I think 10 people is a high count. I think that is pretty high amount of people to sleep with. She herself is from rich family, so she doesn't need to be a gold digger. Last guy I met her with owns an IT company, is objectively attractive. She doesn't go for low-hanging fruit. She herself is from a rich family, so she doesn't need to be a gold digger. So I'm gonna say like the brutally honest thing. She is attractive enough that it doesn't matter. She's attractive enough. She has enough money. It doesn't matter. But like most women are not rich and are not objectively 11s out of 10s, and it does matter. I don't object. I'm just pointing out that some words are objectionable by most standards, by what happens to the majority, and that's not always a good thing because it restricts speech. I mean, yeah. It's not a good thing. Being the speech police is a bad thing. I would disagree on that statement of high value men, since I work with thousands of them by your definition, and they would not care if an attractive girl slept with 10 people. When I say attractive, let's say 7.5 out of 10. All right, so let's just like for shits and giggles. Oh, I don't want that. I'm looking to see if I can find any research that supports either of our statements here. Go ahead and say the N-word. Except I don't, but like at no point in time did I say anything that was objectionable. Ran through is equivalent to a racist slur. That's fucking pathetic. Get a pair of big boy pants and put them on. Who is I'm just saying it's objectionable. How do I know this now? Because everybody's upset. No, everyone's not upset. They're annoyed that you think the phrase ran through is somehow equivalent to a racist slur, or if I was on here like spewing hate speech. Realistically, a girl chooses, makes an active choice to have sex with a bunch of men. That means she got ran through. She didn't just like wake up and somehow that happened to her. Like she chose that. So I have no sympathy whatsoever. I do think in a smaller city, well, I think that we would find a difference in rural area versus an urban area, certainly. And in my anecdotal experience, men do care. They don't want a woman who has been ran through. But I'm trying to find actual research about this, but I'd have to refine my search here. Perception of, let's see, sexual partners and happiness, perhaps. Wow, there's interesting research on swinging, perceived sexual satisfaction and marital happiness of bisexual and heterosexual swinging husbands. Maybe we can get Royce into that research. Who wants to swing with Royce? You're degrading a woman for having sex with multiple partners and you're calling it ran through. Okay, let's get something straight. I don't give a single fuck about degrading someone. Everyone needs to grow up. If you are going to make a decision, you have to deal with the repercussions of that decision, and the repercussions of that decision is how you are perceived by other people. If I were to sit here and spew the N-word, for example, I would then have to deal with people calling me a racist, and that would be reasonable. If you are a woman who chooses to have many sexual partners, you are a woman who chooses to be ran through. Deal with it. I don't give a single effing F. Deal with it. Be responsible. Deal with the outcome of your own choices. Personal responsibility. I know it's a concept that we don't seem to like nowadays in 2025, but deal with it. Swingers are weird, but some people are very, very happy doing it. Yeah, there was a couple that used to come to the place where I worked, and they tried to get, like, employees to go in the bathroom with them. It's kind of crazy. Men can say they care, and then when the girl approaches them, suddenly it isn't a problem. Yeah, I don't doubt that either. Swinger community is wild. Swinger community is wild. They were a very strange couple, I have to say. They were the only couple that ever did that, but they came to this place every single year, and they always tried to get employees to go and enjoy their evenings with them. Everyone knew too. It was like very common knowledge. It's bizarre. But they were happy in their marriage, swinging. Yeah, literally recruiting. I mean, it wasn't work for them. They were on vacation, but it was for us, you know. I'm at my place of employment, and I'm like, are they trying to, like, get you to go? And they're like, yeah. Yeah, I've been invited to the bar with them. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, fun. You got it now. See, but derogatory terms are subjective. Because personally, I believe that calling me an inseminated person or a chest feeder is derogatory. But the left believes that that's empowering and inclusive. So I would argue that derogatory terms are very subjective, not objective. So you can say that me saying a girl getting run through is derogatory. But I would say that that same girl probably looks at me and says, oh, she's a Bible thumping, I don't know, whatever. And I would say, oh, that's derogatory. So. I don't think the left, except the crazies, think it's okay to say that. I mean, this is literally legislation in Wisconsin. Like, this just happened. Changing the word mother to inseminated person. So, is it the crazies, or is this like a, or is this like a lot of people? And I mean, even just the past couple of years, we've seen the attempts to erase women. Chest feeding. Person assigned female at birth. All to accommodate men. You got it now. You got it now. You got it now. I'd like to think I'm above all of that, but I'm sure I've said things that have hurt people in the past that, notwithstanding, I wouldn't call anybody a name. I just wouldn't do it, but other people do. It's to each their own type of... The fact that you're, like, really trying to compare me saying a girl getting run through is the same as me spamming the N-word is actually fucking crazy. Please, 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 please put on some big boy pants. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Those are two completely different things. Well, considering it's a Democratic governor, it's a Democratic governor who is trying to do this, change mother to inseminated person. Kind of crazy. So instead of being called a woman or a mother, I am an inseminated chest feeder assigned female at birth. Rather than just saying I'm a mother, I'm a woman. We have to jump through all these hoops to get to what I am. I would definitely say that on a public stage. This is a public stage, and I said it. All right, what is this title? So I saw research that was saying that young men are not approaching young women because they don't want to deal with dating. They don't want to deal with what comes with dating. Which I just is sad to me, and I've been looking for input here, trying to understand why young men are not interested in dating currently. What is driving the lack of, is it a lack of interest? Is it a lack of opportunity? Is it a lack of time? I haven't dated in 5 years. Yeah, why? Why haven't you dated? Is it a combination of things? I feel like for a lot of people, it's also going to be a lack of time. I think that people are so, just strapped down with work. Y'all are fucking mean. We're mean? Why are we mean? Why are we mean? I don't think we're mean. A lot of women have insane expectations. I do agree with that. I do think a lot of women have insane expectations. And I think that on the flip side of that, a lot of men have insane expectations. Like, you can't want a wife to have kids with you and also expect her to continue to work like full time and take care of the home and do all of these things. And like, women obviously expect their men to be making high 6 figures and be able to give them all of these things. And like, I think that this goes both ways. Obviously, a woman would deny that. Classic. Mean. I just don't know why you say we're mean. I don't think women are mean to men. I think women are mean to other women. Mean is just like an interesting word. Like, when I think of mean, like, oh, she's a mean girl, I think of being mean to other girls. Like, ruthless. Yeah, in what context do you think that we're ruthless? That's probably the issue. Social media making this false reality and people thinking that's real life and they shouldn't settle for less. Oh, I agree. I think that's a huge part of it, Alpha. 100%. I think that women really glamorize a lot, like, oh, my sugar daddy, or like, like taking me on all these vacations and stuff like that, or taking our kids to Disneyland 3 times a year. Like, I definitely think that social media has set expectations incredibly high for people, and they're not willing to compromise. They're not willing to like come back down to earth. You just said that. Give any woman a reason and she will turn on you and be mean. But like, what do you guys mean by mean? What do you mean by mean? It's what's confusing to me, because when I think of a mean girl, I think of girls being mean to other girls, like mean girl shit, like going behind each other's backs and like texting, another girl about her, or like hitting on your boyfriend behind your back. Like, I think of mean girl things, like literally the movie Mean Girls and like what they do in Mean Girls. I don't imagine like girls being mean to guys. Girls are like desperately wanting guys to be nice to them. And then you get these young boys who think their girlfriend also has to be their mom and literally wipe their butt. That maybe that's part of it. It can't be general, but a lot of women play mind games to just get a rise out of the guy, and a lot of those antics are backfiring hard. Yeah, this is something that I've never been able to wrap my brain around because I'm not a mind game person. I've never been a mind game person. As a matter of fact, I've always been so blunt to both men and women that it's made it difficult for me to have friendships. Like in college, I made one friendship in college because I was so blunt with people. And with men, I was like straight up like, I am interested in you. Are you interested in me? If you're not interested in me, please don't waste my time. I was never into the whole like cat and mouse game, because I feel like it just wastes your time. And that's time that could be spent going to see a movie, going on a date. Like, that's time that's wasted. What is blunt in this context? So I'm imagining, okay, mind games. I'm trying to like think of what mind games I could think of. Like, if I go back to college, there was a guy that I really liked who I felt like played a lot of mind games with me. Mind games would be like sending me a Snapchat of, at 3 a.m., but then like not responding to my text message the next day. Calling me to talk to me, at 1 o'clock in the morning, but then again, I say like, hey, do you want to go do something? And I get no response. Like, that to me always felt like a mind game. I'm like, okay, what? Why are you reaching out to me now, but then like during the day you're not responding to me? Like, this was something that this guy did to me in college, and it was very hurtful. It was very, very hurtful, and it really fucked me up. I was like, I don't understand what this guy wants from me. I don't understand why he's calling me. Like, one time, and this is such a significant memory because it was 12 o'clock at night. I was at home on a Friday playing World of Warcraft, and he called me, and I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey. And I'm like, why are you calling me? He's like, I just wanted to hear your voice. And I'm like, what? He's like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, I'm at home playing World of Warcraft. And he's like, oh, are you gonna like come out? And I'm like, no, I'm at home playing World of Warcraft. I'm not, do you need something? And he was like, no, I just wanted to hear you. Have a good night. And then I texted him the next morning, and I was like, hey, what was that about? No response. So I was the victim of mind games, but I would never do that to somebody else because, like, I know that shit fucks you up. And I was a freshman in college, and I'm like, I could not understand what this guy's intentions were. And so I've never seen girls do this. But also, like I just said, I didn't have girlfriends. I had one girlfriend, and she was in a very long-term relationship through all of college. So I did not witness girls doing like mean things to boys because I was just not around it. Mind game example. Girl wants to test the guy's devotion, so she tells him it's over and pretends to throw her ring away. Sometimes in a moving car, guy slams on brakes to go find it, and she is wanting him to explain why the ring means more than her feelings. Okay, that's actual literal insanity. That's not a mind game. That's just insanity. Why would you ever do that? What? Pretends to throw her ring away? If I ever, like, threatened to throw my ring out the window, I would say, Royce, put me in a mental asylum. I've clearly lost it. What the fuck? I think you might see it as a mind game when you don't understand the behavior, but they're not being completely upfront and honest, otherwise they just respond. Okay, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're okay, so you're right. Mind games. Behavior that we don't understand. Good assessment. Now, we're talking about how guys and girls both do that. Fair bluntness, honesty is a good way to combat those mind games. Yeah, so I was very upfront with this guy, and I was like, what is happening? I'd be like, what are you doing? And he just never responded. And so this was the guy that I sent a PowerPoint to, because it got to a point where I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Which, if you've been here long enough, you know about the PowerPoint. You've seen the PowerPoint. But I literally sent him a PowerPoint. I made a PowerPoint for this guy. Because I was like, there's no way I send him a whole PowerPoint and he doesn't respond to me. And he did. He did respond. And his response was, wow, I've never had someone send me a PowerPoint before. And that was the response. But I finally got a response. It was a great PowerPoint, Jeff. I agree. I grew up pretty fat, but I was verbally bullied by guys for it, so I was always hanging out with girls who were much nicer. I literally grew up with the girls around me. Even now, my best friend is a woman. So when I got older and started being friends with men, I was surprised how poorly some of them thought of women and talk about them in a bad way. Like the amount of shit talking was crazy. Like why? Yeah, so that's why I always find it hard when everyone or when people in here are, very, very much so on the girls are crazy, girls are mean, girls are this side. Because I'm like, as a woman, I've only experienced shittiness from guys. So it's hard for me to fathom what kind of meanness you're talking about with girls. Girls will date your best friend, then claim it was to be close to you. I you guys are describing experiences that are very hard for me to like believe that someone is out there really doing this. What about the first date expectations where the girl expects to be wined and dined on the first date or will order basically entire menu like it's her last meal? Okay, you should run far away from those women. I absolutely 100% expect to be wined and dined on the first date. I expect the guy to pay for me. All of it. For every single thing that is done on that date, I expect the guy to pay for it. But we are not going to a $500 dinner. We're going to see a movie and like Olive Garden, which is reasonable. If you cannot pay that, you are not financially stable and I am not interested. That's a reasonable expectation. And if you think that that is somehow like unreasonable, then you should not be in the dating pool. Honestly. I used to live by the 3-date rule. 3 legit dates, and if no play, she's done. No play, like take her to a musical, or do you mean sex? What do you mean by no play? What does that mean? I hope you don't mean sex. You wanted sex after 3 dates? How about a latte and some cake? Yeah, no, like a coffee date, perfect example. Coffee date is super great. Lots of examples of that, not me. First date for me is out for coffee or ice cream. Cute, love that. I just want to get to know you without expectations or an expensive meal. Yeah, that's totally okay. Coffee, ice cream, totally acceptable first dates. 100%. That's a reasonable first date. I'm listing things that are reasonable. Bowling, even a walk in the park with like no money spent whatsoever. Like if she expects you to take her to a $500 dinner on the first date, maybe that's a red flag. That probably is a red flag. Unless you are living in Manhattan. If you're both living in Manhattan working on fucking Wall Street, then that's probably your normal. But if you're an average person and that's the expectation, I would say that's an L. I forgot, Jeff. I still have no clue, to be honest. I don't know what I missed there. My wife's first date was Baskin Robbins. Talked till 3 a.m. Been married 37 years to date. Yeah, that's totally acceptable. Like, that is an acceptable first date. It does not need to be fancy. I had an ice cream date that was more expensive than some dinners, but that was because we got drinks after and went a little crazy, worth it 100%. The bottom line is the man should pay. The bottom line is the man should pay. You might find now that women are much more like, oh, I'll pay for this, you pay for that, or no, I want to pay for myself, or this or that. And I would say you should avoid those women. I would say you should be the man, pay for the date. She knows that you're financially stable, can pay for your dates. I think that's reasonable. Even for Wall Street, I would say it's a red flag. No, I think if you're both living up to that like caliber of expectations, $500 is probably reasonable. If you're both working on Wall Street, that's probably your normal. I don't know. I think that's insane. $300 dates. After 37 years, I don't believe we've ever had a meal that was over $100. Oh, we've definitely done fancy ass things. Like we've done, like Royce and I have spent a pretty penny to go on like a spa day and have a nice meal at the spa and like do things like that. But those are very few and far between. Like literally the last time we did that was a year ago. So I don't think that that's something you can't do. And also we were engaged. So if she doesn't like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, it's a red flag. I also agree with that statement. We split the bill with my girlfriend. Went fine is fine. I don't think it matters. There are many more important things. I think it's important. Personally. As a young married woman, I think it's important that a man pays for the first date. I would say a nice date in a city with food, drink tip, probably around $100 to $200. If you're in the city, yeah. If you're in like a small ass town like mine, first date could be $25 and you go to like the fucking hot dog stand. And it could still be cute and it could be a cute date, but I still expect the man to pay. 1000% I expected Royce to pay. For anything we went out to do, I expected him to pay. If he expected me to take out my money, I was like, yeah, you're a beta. You're a beta. I'm not wasting my time. That's not what I'm interested in. But also, I am a traditionalist, and I expect my husband to take care of me. So, thinking about dating again, it does feel like an awkward unknown. I would want the guy to pay, but I would also feel the need to offer to pay. See, I would never offer to pay. I would 1000% expect him to pay, and if he expects me to pay, that's not it. Not it for me. But you're not mooching. They're taking you on a date, and this is very, like, indicative of the rest of your relationship. And you should be able to rely on your partner to take care of you. Like, I don't know. I think it's important for a guy to pay on the first date. What if when the bill comes, he feels he doesn't want to pay? He doesn't want another date and then wants you to pay? I think that's fucked up. I think whether you like the date or didn't like the date, yeah, you should pay. So you're gonna cook, clean, and sew? Considering I'm married and 32 weeks pregnant and I already do that, you betcha. Considering my husband's in the other room with a belly full of dinner and a nice clean house, yeah, you betcha. It's okay to expect the man to pay, but at some point you need to reciprocate. I mean, like, no, I don't think that you need to be like, oh, you paid for the first date, I'll pay for the second date. I think it's acceptable to be like, let me buy you a coffee. Like if you're like, let's say you're walking through the park or something and you see a little coffee stand and you guys want to get coffee. You could be like, oh, I'll buy coffee. Like, don't worry about it. Don't take out your wallet. You paid for dinner last week. Like, I got this. Like, I think that's cute. That's normal. That's reciprocating. But if he expects you to pay for like your night out on the town, I think you should avoid situation. Cook a meal. I made corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day. And we've been having that for the past couple of days. Tuesday we do steak night. So we went and we had dinner on Tuesday night. And then tomorrow is Friday, so we can't eat meat. So we will be having fish stick sandwiches, which are actually quite a favorite of mine, so I look forward to them. So we'll have, like, probably broccoli and fish. I guess it depends on the financial situation of both of you, if you're equal there or not, on what level. I guess, like, for Kit, who is not a traditionalist like me, if she is wanting to come to the relationship and, like, bring 50-50, I suppose it's probably more normal for them to be like, okay, I pay for this date, you pay for this date, or I pay for this date, or you pay for this date, or whatever. But for me, wanting to rely on my husband financially, I 1000% expected Royce to pay for everything. 100%. But also, you should also know that I had the intention of paying for very significant things once the time came. Like, I knew that I was dating this man to marry him. I was not going to waste my time, and I knew that I would be paying for the wedding, which I did. So, you know, all of the dates that he took me on did not come anywhere close to what I spent on our wedding. So, I mean, it's I paid for the wedding, yes. Mm-hmm. Do. As a man, I think a man should always pay. I agree. I do. I really do. Now, obviously, there are situations where, like, this stream paid for the wedding. Well, that's what I do. So yes, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm doing for 5 years. But I also started working when I was 14, and I worked for. When did I quit that job? When did I quit waitressing? I was still waitressing when I was starting stream. So I waitressed for many, many years. And obviously, then I became a streamer, and that's how I made income. Girls usually pay for the wedding. Yes, it's typically the woman's family. Traditionally, it's the woman and her family who pay for the wedding, which is, we are traditional, and that is what happened. I love this one sidewalk interview about a boy-girl friend. Interviewer asks how much you have in savings. Reply 1,700. Ask the girl 70K. Fireworks went way up because she expected him to pay for everything. Okay. Having $1,700 in savings is so bad. That's so bad. That is so bad. See, like, she should run away. She should run away. She should run away. I don't know how old these people are, but if they are adults and he has $1,700 in savings, that's very bad. Yeah, but you are paying for everything. There's literally no justifiable reason for you to have $1,700 in your bank account. What did you not start working when you were young? Did you not save your money? Like, how is it possible? How is it possible? And I want to make this abundantly clear. I pay for my health insurance. I pay for my car insurance. I pay for my my dental insurance. I pay for my my car payment. I pay for my phone bill. I pay for lots of different things, right? Like, how do you have $1,700? At 30, how much should someone have in their bank account? Enough that if something were to happen, you can, like, for example, like, if you were to, I don't know, if your car were to break down, enough that you could buy a new car. Like, not a new car, but enough that you could get yourself a car. So, like, 20K, yeah. Yes, I would say by 30 years old, you should absolutely have at least 20K in your bank account. I was thinking 70K is good considering my circumstances, Monka S. Okay, well, 17K is not 1,700. No, yeah, 17K is not 1,700. If you are 20, 30 years old and you have $1,700 in your savings account, you have a serious problem. I don't have a car. Some women see it as a red flag, but I prefer taking a taxi. I mean, it depends on really where you live. For me, in my area, if you don't have a car, that's a very red flag. That means you are not going to be a reliable partner. So, you definitely... I could live like 2 years with savings. You should definitely, yeah, like you should have enough savings in your bank account to like, if there's an emergency, you can survive. What if I have 1,700 in my savings but 2 million in investments? Can you liquidate those assets very quickly and get your $2 million in case of an emergency? Then sure, whatever. Where Patty is, if you don't have a car, you should have a horse. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I work from home and there's perfect coverage by Uber, Bolt, and regular taxis. Yeah, I mean, if you're in a city, if you're in a place where that's your reality, then that's fine. But yeah, if you don't have a car here, you're screwed. You're screwed. It means you're taking like the bus, and that's not it. We're not taking the bus to our date. That's definitely not happening. I got credit cards with 70K limits. So yeah, so Alpha, you're I don't think that this applies to you. I don't think that this is an issue, right? Like, but if you are, it sounds like in this situation, this is how much money they have. She has 70K and he has about $2,000. And if that is the situation, then there is those should be red flags. Like those should be red flags coming up. Like, why do you only have $2,000? Where is the rest of your money? What is it going to? What are you spending it on? What have you spent it on? Like that needs to be a conversation. What if they say Twitch? Well, if they say Twitch, I would say stop watching Twitch. I spent it on Twitch. Okay, well, I mean, you've had lots of time, Mercy, since then to build it back up. They need to do better, but that can be changed during a relationship, not really a deal breaker. I think it is a deal breaker if the conversation is, I spent it on, XYZ, and those are not good things. You know what I mean? Like, I think, yeah, but Alpha, that's not how much you have in your savings account. Think about that. Your savings account. That's all the money that you have, your savings account. Right? That is completely different than spending $1,700 on gifting subs to my stream. If you were gifting $1,700 worth of subs to my stream and you only had $200 left in your savings account, I would beg you to stop. I'd say, please, you are digging yourself in a hole. You need to reevaluate how you're spending your money. Maybe I gave you every last cent so you can have a kitchen. You didn't, though, so quit it. And I use my savings account to buy a property now, and now what? Now it's empty? Dang, Mike, and now you're trying to move to the US of A. You'd beg them to stop but not refund it? What? Okay, I'm sorry that I didn't think, okay, I'd beg you to stop, I'd refund it, I'd probably get you into some fucking counseling. I'm sorry I didn't go the whole nine miles here to fix your life. Jeez. That's what Elon said about the US debt? What did Elon say about the US debt? No, it's 9 miles. Oh my gosh, look, you guys, we have a hype train. Please give me all your savings account. When I bought my house... There it is. There's Alpha's savings account. Oh my gosh, $5. Jeez Louise. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alpha, thanks for the sub. Yay. When I bought my house, my savings got rated hard, especially right after for renovations, but I'm rebuilding. Yeah, but like I said, that's different than like... That's different. That's different. And clearly, based on the reaction, and this could have been fake. A lot of things and I've realized this since my experience, my one experience. I've realized that a lot of content creation is fake. I'll sell my apartment in a heartbeat if she gives the sign. I'd drop anything. Mike, you're so down bad. When did they raise the gifted sub price? A long time ago. It should be $6 now to gift a sub. They did that a while back. Pretty much all of it is fake, to be honest. I mean, like, the stuff that you see on, like, TikTok and things like that. Yeah, a lot of it is fake. It's $8 now? I don't think it's $8 in the United States, so I don't know. It should just be $6. Do you have a book, or should I be taking notes? I feel like there's gonna be a test later. No. I'm just talking. No, I'm just talking. It says $7.99 for me. I don't know what to tell you, because it's $6. It's $6! I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure. Every country is different. What do you use for your hair? It looks nice. Shampoo and conditioner from Walmart. I believe it's Tresemme, perhaps? I have no idea. $8 for the app, probably $5. Oh, hi, logo. It's even in the app. I think if it's $6 on the desktop, it should only be $7 on the app. Oh my gosh, it's 7:43. You guys, we've been here for almost 4 hours. I think it's time for me to go. Okay, is anyone else gonna drain their bank account during this hype train, or? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Please. Please give me all your money so I can raise red flags for your girlfriends and wives. Or future girlfriends and wives. This is me waving the wed flag. Waving the wed flag here. I might be down bad, but it's looking very promising. I mean, I hope so. The wed flag. I'm waving the wed flag. You'd even like my last 100. I'm done. I said thank you. Did I not? I definitely said thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you, Vex. Thank you for the biddies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I really not say thank you? I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for supporting my dream. Need tears? Okay. Hold on, Thomas. Hold on. Honestly, it's just been really hard. Like, looking at my sub count. And seeing it less than 1,000. It's really been taking a hit. How hard is it? I can't do that to Thomas. Thomas already gifted 50 subs today. So I can't cry. I can't cry for Thomas. That would just be wrong. That would just be wrong of me. 1,000 subs is a lot. I mean, in comparison, I just in comparison, I had like 2,000-3,000 subs for years. We were consistently between 2,000 and 3,000 subs for about 2 years. So, 1,000 subs in here is a lot less than what it used to be. Was that because of tanks? I had more viewers during tanks, and I don't know if, I guess like the 5 gifted here and there from like random tank viewers definitely added up. Also, I used to have way more like heavy hitters No, I was doing World of Tanks streams. But I used to have like half of my gifting leaderboard would be like over 100, over 200 subs every single month. So now it's pretty much raise his hand. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, some of you guys really fucked me. Not gonna name any names or anything, but like, yeah, some of you guys used to give me a lot of subs and then just stopped doing that. You know, financial reasons, girlfriends, whatever. My life is different now. Sorry, can't support you the way I used to. So, I have a family to feed. Oh, do you? Do you, JP? Do you? I had to lower my gifting. It got expensive. You know, a lot of people have said that same thing to me this year, Jeff. It's weird. It's weird that I feel like I've been told that by like 4 people in this year. It's bizarre, crazy timing. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. Are you sure? Is it just me? Is it a me thing? You stopped gifting to just me and you're still gifting to other people, or what is it? Is it a me thing? It's a me thing, isn't it? It's because I'm pregnant. It's because I'm pregnant, isn't it? It's because I'm having a baby, isn't it? Yeah, no, I mean, the economy it's been shitty. I mean, plus Twitch is a bunch of fucking doorknobs and keeps raising sub prices. You're like, here, have this 70-30 split. But oh wait, you're gonna charge your people $3 extra. I'm like, oh, great. Awesome. Love that. Listen, if someone came in here right now and didn't know you, they wouldn't be able to tell you're pregnant. Yeah, no, you're right. You can't see my giant belly from right here. But, I mean, I had one tier 3 tell me recently he was no longer allowed to watch me. His wife didn't want him watching me anymore, which is like, that one still really is hard for me to wrap my brain around. But I had that. I had a tier 3 leave around the election time. I don't think he liked my political views. I had a tier 3 leave earlier than that for the Israel-Palestine debate. I had a tier 3. So I've lost a lot of tier 3s. I lost a lot of tier 3s recently. Which, by the way, the tier 3s are going to be the first people to see pictures of my baby. So, if you want to see pictures of my baby, who's the one with the wife? Suspended license. Fuck it, I don't care. He said it in my chat, so it's not like it's a secret. Suspended license. Don't do politics? I don't care. You know what? I lost $50 monthly because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Those were things that I didn't want to compromise on. I didn't want to compromise on those things. That's fair, though, if his wife said she didn't like it. It's just bizarre to me because they're literally have never done anything to, like, warrant that, but sure, I guess. Asmongold does politics and has 40k viewers. Yeah, it's not about like you can talk about politics. And you can have like a successful political stream. People just I didn't build my brand on that. Literally 0 chance anything would happen between them. It is weird. That exactly. Like, so bizarre. You've got to be joking. Somebody just texted me and told me they can't make my baby shower. I put them in here as a yes. Freaking nutsacks. Dirty, nasty nutsacks. Well, let's go take this person out of the RSVP. Almond is a weirdo and people watch him for that. Okay, who is Almond? I thought you were saying Asmongold. Okay, Asmond is a weirdo and people watch him for that. That's his thing and it works for him. I don't think people watch Asmond because he's a weirdo. I think people watch Asmond, I mean, originally for World of Warcraft, and then he just became mostly a just chatting streamer. And just chatting is the category that happens to have the most viewers all the time. I stopped gifting because you said you didn't like the homos. Oh my gosh, Mercy, you can't say this. People are going to think that this is true. You said, I don't like the Alphabet Mafia. That fruit that comes to my stream sucks. I remember you said that. Mercy, you cannot say these things. People are going to think that this is true. Also, why is this not loading? Why is my baby sheet not loading? There we go. Baby shower guest list. This is a no. Freaking balls. No. Damn, I'm bummed. Mercy. I can't make it to your baby shower either, Patty, but I'm sure I'll give some baby subs. Listen, I can't invite you all to my baby shower, okay? I can't dox myself. I live in the smallest town in the middle of nowhere. I can't invite all of you guys to my baby shower. As much as I would love to, I can't. Mike, that's probably against TOS, Mike. You shouldn't say that. You can if you want big gifts. Well, I still have, if anybody wants to know, on my baby shower, on my registry, I still have 2 big things that I really want. Well, you know, need, kind of, but if I don't get them, it's fine. I'll survive, but where's the link? I put some things on the throne. Like I said, I'm not going to put everything on the throne until April 6th, until the actual day of the baby shower. When the day of the baby shower happens, I will put everything on the throne. But right now, the 2 big things that I'm missing are a changing table and a, like a baby carrier. So, what the F is the throne? The throne is like like a wish list for streamers, and you can put all types of things on there. But it's just like safer than Amazon wish list. Alpha, I said today that if we hit 1,000 subs again, Royce and I would tell you her name. I said that today. If we could get back up to 1,000 subs, I would tell you her name. But only gifter we had today, Thomas. Consistently. God bless his soul. Rescue and the Mad Monk, what's up? For now, baby will only get changed in the bed of my truck. Sag. I mean, we have a dresser and we have the changing thing for that. So like that's doable. That's manageable. But I would like to have. Rasputin, thank you so much for the 5 gifters! Yay! Poggers! Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subbies! I would like to have the changing table for sure, and also the baby carrier, but everything else is like kind of smaller things. But yeah, I will move everything over to the throne on April 6th. I'm curious now, what the F is a pregnancy belly band? It lifts the belly up, okay, you see how my belly is down here? A belly band like pulls it up. up against, like it just lifts it up and that relieves pressure. You see how it, ready? Like this is, boop, boop. Yeah, it just takes pressure off. Surely you can make a belly band out of some strings. Surely you can't. Surely you can't. Nope. And if you get it, can you draw eyes on your belly so it looks like a ninja mask? I mean, can I? Yeah. Should I? Probably not. I'm probably gonna get like freaking canceled for cultural appropriation if I do that. Although, people say I look Asian, so. You just need to live in a pool for the last few weeks. That will take the pressure off. Yeah, swimming does feel nice. Swimming does feel good. I went swimming the other day. But yeah, so that's some stuff that was on the registry, but I moved it over to the throne already. And need to do that with a lot of stuff. Out of the, I think originally I had like 120 something items on my registry. 48 have been purchased. Hi Kyler. I think people are bracing for more things to get expensive with what the administration is doing. Technically prices are down. Gas is down. Eggs are down. Technically things are down right now. Sub prices aren't down. Twitch. I go swimming almost daily and there almost always at least one pregnant lady at the pool. It feels very good. It's kind of weird because you can feel the baby swimming inside of you while you're swimming inside of a pool. It's like Inception. But yeah, it relieves the pressure. It feels nice. Not for long and it's tax season. Yeah, you're gonna get a tax break. You're gonna get a what's it called? Your tax refund. So it's good times. It's good times. All right, well, the hype train is over and we are still 250 subs away from finding out baby girl's name. So on that note, I think it's time for me to skedaddle, ladies and gentlemen. Although I will say, I managed to do 4 hours today on the ball, which is good. 250, the dream is alive. We can do it! We can do it! That's cheating? Why is it cheating? I've been here for 4 hours. It's time for me to go. Mercy, don't start this. Don't start this with me. Okay? Unless there's a hype train, I'm out of here. And there's no hype train because we just had one. Giggle, giggle. Wish my girls would spend 4 hours on the ball. Vex, what is wrong with you? Don't say these things to me. Don't say these things to me with this innocent unborn child in my womb, you sicko. Good thing I can write off part of my mortgage. I should be getting a decent amount from the tax office. Oh, fun. Fun. Well, ladies and gents, thank you everyone for hanging out. Thomas, thank you. I just got here. Where are you going? I would say I would stay if we get like 25 more subs right now. But I just don't even think we can hit that. I don't even think 25 we can manage. If you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, you need to consult a doctor, sir. Who said anything about an erection? Who has an erection? Chat, do your thing. No, Rog, you would have to help chat do their thing. Yeah, you first, exactly. That's where we're at right now. All right. So, I will be back tomorrow. I guess we did not play Red Dead Redemption today. That's okay. It was a fun chat. And Mike, I agree. Mike. They just don't understand, Mike. They're not enlightened. And it's okay. It's why it explains a lot. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. And have a great night. Sorry, I'm yawning. All right. Peace out, homies. Where is my, oh, because it's over here. I'm like, where the frick is my OBS? There it is. All right, bye guys. Bye.